We're here at the OGC Foundation Day Cup 2025, powered by DAFA News. And what promises to be an exciting game between these two heavy packed sides.
Well, it's a bright and sunny morning here in Dammam as we gear up for the Saudi Foundation Cup 2025. It's time for me to introduce you to the toss presentation party. On my left, leading Osemi Geotechnic is Mohsin Rajput. On his left is the skipper of FIREOX, Waqas Alvi, and to oversee the proceedings, the match referee, Mr. Shoaib. Can you give it a flip, please? Heads is the call. It's gone a long way. Tails it is. Mohsin, you won the toss. What have you decided and why?
We will bowl first, and the conditions are pretty much the same, and it worked for us last time, so we're gonna stick to the same plan.
Tell us about your strategy as you're up against FIREOX, which has won the previous encounter. Any different game plan in today?
Not really. We will stick to our own game plan. We have one change in our playing 11. Omar is in, Howard is out because of his hamstring injury. Yeah.
So just to reconfirm, you're bowling first.
Yeah, we are bowling first.
Thank you very much.
So
Have a good game. Because you're batting first, what would be the target that you would like to set up for them?
I think the kind of bowling attack we have, I personally believe that any target is defendable, but when we're batting first and we have so much firepower in the batting also, so we'll try to set for a big target, somewhere close to 180, 190.
Well, you won the previous encounter. How's the mood in the camp now?
It's very positive, it's very enthusiastic, everyone is geared up, everyone is excited, so yes.
Well, all the best. Give us a good game.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, that's the news from the center. Osemi Geotechnic has won the toss and they've opted to bowl first.
In Dammam. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome my co-commentator as well, Junaid. A triple header here in Dammam. It's going to be a long day, but some exciting cricketing action coming up.
Hello, Ansh, and a very warm welcome to all the viewers tuning in. And what a day this is, bright and sunny. After days of rain that we have witnessed here in Dammam, it's been two back-to-back days of this weather. And FIREOX CC, they will be out with all guns blazing. We'll have to wait and see how same Geotechnic CC approaches this innings. Powerplay would be way too crucial for both the sides. Umpires for this fixture. We've got a few minutes left before the action gets underway. It's been a very good tournament. As out comes the two on-field umpire, Abul Hassan Mohammad Shabazz. There's Rahat Chaudhry as well, who will be serving his duties as the third umpire for this game.
An outcome the Osami Geotechnic Cricket Club. The fast bowling personnel led by Ruman Reis on your screens as well. And now come the two openers who've been smashing the ball all over the park in this Saudi Foundation Day Cup 2025. Faisal and Mohammad Farooq, the two right-handers. Mohammad Farooq has had a really good tournament so far. And as far as the points table is concerned, FIREOX Unit Cricket Club on top of Group A. Won a match, they've lost one, and no result for one game, so they are comfortably on top at 3 points. But this table can change pretty quickly here, Junaid, as well, because the other three teams in the group rather have a couple of matches more to go, and this one will be the final league game for the FIREOX.
That's right, and the FIREOX Unit CC would want to end this on a very good note, get themselves to the maximum possible of 5. And Faisal Khan, on your stage, on your screen.
No surprises that he's going to bowl the first delivery with the new ball. And Faisal and Muhammad, the two openers for the FIREOX unit. Ruman Reis will look to make early inroads.
He has done on multiple occasions.
The OGC
Once has
Cricket
any.
Club winning one game. They've only played one league match so far. They'll be looking to make a mark on this one. Still 3 league matches left for them. He's got a slip in place as well, has Ruman. We're almost set to have the first delivery of the game. Waiting for the official clock to tick over. Just a minute left to start off the game.
That's right, and it's going to be very critical for Ruman Reis to get underway on a good note. He's been there, done that on a couple of occasions early on in the tournament, and would want to make sure he provides that start to his side. All set for the first ball. Here goes Ruman Reis. Faisal, the man on strike, and he goes after it. The very first ball clears the infield and comfortably over the line for the first boundary of the innings. And what a start to the game here, Vansh.
Well, you can expect nothing else from Faisal. He's not going to be bobbed down by that occasion and the fact that he's facing the Pakistani international Ruman Reis. He's going to go after every delivery. Works on a simple theory: see the ball, hit the ball. And you can see that right up there in the first ball.
Let's pull that one. Oh, is he taking it? Oh, that's dropped. Not quite sure if that has carried. We'll have to get it from the other angle. It was Ziyad, the man, that hung up in the air. And again, trying to go for an aggressive shot. Faisal ballooned that in the air towards the short mid. Well, there you go. Roman Reis could be a very dangerous customer first up. Wasn't in position whatsoever. Well, that had to be taken once. That should definitely go down as a drop. He made all the effort to get to the end of the ball. Played this one in the air. That should have been taken once.
Well, absolutely. You deserve to put that one down as a drop, because he basically reached towards the ball there, and diving effort at mid-on. Unfortunately for the OGC Cricket Club, dropped that one this time. A good delivery from Ruman. He'll not be thinking of that too much. Good delivery once again. Bowling that in swinger. Can get the ball to come in very, very sharply. Can the left arm pacer. We've not seen him try the angle from around the wicket. Bowls with an old ball. But then here comes Ruman once again bowling to Mohammad Farooq. Mohammad Farooq quite upright in his stance, as you can see. Playing on top of the bounce on this occasion.
A very watchful start by Mohammad Farooq. And Faisal, on the other hand, we know what he brings to the table.
Absolutely, Farooq. The explosiveness at which he started the two games certainly set the bar high as far as the opening partnership is concerned. This time flicks it on the onside. That should be a boundary. It is. Roman Reis is asking for that LBW shout. But that one's gone towards the boundary. Maybe caught the inside edge on that one, and even if he didn't, that wasn't hitting the stumps for sure, because it was, there you go, in the replay it was very high. But I still think there was some bat involved there. And for the FIREOX unit, 9 for the loss of none after the end of the first.
And that's right, and both the batsmen getting a bit of a sighter, getting their first boundaries respectively. Just the kind of start they would have wanted after winning the toss, deciding to bat first. FIREOX unit CC want to make sure they win this game and take the all too crucial points up for grab here. There's going to be Ayub from the other end to support Roman Reis. Has bowled well in the tournament. We want to make sure he starts on the bright note here.
Sardar Ayub has been brilliant for the OGC club. This time will come over the wicket. Two really good bowling options here, isn't it, Junaid, for the OGC club? Both left arm seamers, both looking to swing the ball back in towards the right hander from over the wicket.
That's right, and they have delivered so far for Usemi Geotechnique CC. So I'm trying to work it away towards the onside. A touch slower to start off with. Everybody and goes out for the first wide of the game. Semi would want to make sure they get that discipline right up, because we have seen time and again the bowlers missing out on their target, conceding too many extras, and that is something you would want to avoid as we go deeper into the tournament. Very crucial game with respect to the qualifiers for the knockouts. Short and deciding to go with a slap, doesn't get the connection. Is veering towards the square leg umpire, asking a question if that was a no ball.
That was a good short delivery even if it was a wide, because Faisal might have been expecting something fuller or on the of the head. Should be called as a wide, and I think it's been given as a wide as well.
Square him up completely this time. Beautifully balled. And again, no foot movement. Was undecisive what to do with it. And that's what Sadar Ayub does. He bowls in those channels consistently. When he starts hitting that mark, it's going to be a very difficult customer to deal with, Sadar Ayub.
It's got a fine leg which is a bit squarer inside the circle.
And this time he pulls it away. Has he got enough? No, he hasn't. Gets held out in the deep. Faisal trying one shot too many. Started on aggressive note on a couple of occasions, and this time deciding to go with that pull. There's just one fielder out there in the deep and has managed to pick one. And an early wicket falls for the FIREOX unit CC. Faisal, the man, departs for just 5 of 3. And Sadar Ayub adds a number to his name on the score sheet.
Brilliant stuff from Sadar Ayub. It looked like a plan already from the Hosseini geotechnic to Faisal, because they know how explosive he can be if you bowl the ball on those fuller lengths. You're targeting that short delivery. Second time goes for the short ball. They knew that Faisal is not going to resist going for the pull shot. Had a fielder in the deep specifically for that shot. And finally, the plan has worked for the OGC club as they have their first wicket. Now, it's going to be another right-hander. It's going to come in to bat. It's going to be Abdul Wahid.
That's right, and what a wicket, because batsmen like Faisal, what they would do is, if they can have 2 or 3 good overs, they just provide that early impetus for their side. And that sets a bit more responsibility to the likes of Mohammad Farooq and Abdul Wahid. They want to make sure they capitalize on the first 6 overs. Here goes Sadar Ayub once again. Prods it towards the offside, trying for a quick single.
Well, they'll have their task cut out, these two. Big wicket of Faisal in that first over. In this over, in fact. And now, number 3 batsman Abdul Wahid. Stats speak for themselves. Here comes Ayub once again. Short delivery. Works it on the onside. That will be a quick single taken by Mohammad Farooq. And these are good conditions to have a bat. As Captain Waqas Alvi also mentioned during the toss, he'll be looking somewhere in the range of that 180, 190 mark in these first 20 overs because of the conditions, because the ball will come onto the bat well. And of course, the outfield might have just spiced up being so dry at the moment. It's been a good over from Ayub as well. 3 runs of it and a wicket so far. Once again, that good length. They'll take in the quick single. You can clearly see what Sadar Ayub is trying to do to these two batsmen. He's trying to move the ball away, isn't it, Junaid?
Well, that's right, and we want to make sure you stay away from their hitting arc. Just try and make the batsman reach for it. Try and make them do something extra, something unconventional. And he's bowled well. He's stuck to his plan. Set the trap beautifully for Faisal.
This time on the onside, just swiveled around that one. Some good footwork there by the deep square leg fielder. That will be a couple of runs here for Abdul Wahid. At the end of 2 overs, the FIREOX unit 15 for 1.
And 15 for 1, going at 7.5 in over. Faisal back in the hut. Abdul Wahid and Mohammad Farooq. The two men out in the middle. It's been a good start. If you are a OGC fan,
Conditions are quite hot here. And we're back to normality after a couple of days of rain.
and
Here comes Roman once again.
that's how swiftly things change. Started off on a good note. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. He's trying to get the ball into the batsman. Beaten all ends up. Mohammad Farooq.
What a beautiful delivery from Roman. Just a few words about Roman, the 33-year-old left-arm pacer from Karachi. Plays for the Islamabad United in the Pakistan Super League as well. And of course, has represented Pakistan at the international level. Also represents the United Bank Limited. Unfortunately, missed out his T20 berth in 2016 because of that hamstring, and that's a wicket. Oh my word! We were just mentioning about how influential Ruman Reis has been throughout his career, and I think the batsman is not really happy with that call, Junaid.
Well, that's right. And, well, still standing there contemplating. It looks like the decision has already been made. And he'll have to take a walk back. We've just seen the umpire walking up towards the square leg umpire to have a word. But nothing can change now. The decision is made, and that's wicket number 2 for FIREOX Unit CC. Both the openers back in the hut now.
That's a big wicket. An unfortunate Mohammad Farooq has to depart. He's still not happy with that decision. But Ruman Reis has his first wicket of the afternoon. Good catch by Sadar Ayub as well. Safe as houses. As we have a look at the replay once again. Short delivery. And he went a couple of steps ahead. Don't know what Farooq thinks. Maybe he thinks that might have just caught off the shoulder there. But that really looked like out because his glove moved along the way as we have a look at the replay as well. Mohammad Farooq says it's off the helmet. But unfortunately for him, he has to depart. Second wicket falls for the FIREOX unit.
Well, I think that was far away from the helmet. And again, that man, Ruman Reis, was a part of the 2017 Champions Trophy team representing Pakistan. Right, here goes Ruman. Waji just lets it go. And his role becomes extremely critical now, Waji. Because he'll have to stay there, spend some time out in the middle, do some repair work after an early damage done by both the opening bowlers, Sadar Ayub and Ruman Reis.
Well, the both openers have gone for the big shots and have been dismissed in almost the same fashion of the short delivery. Faisal getting caught on deep square leg. Farooq getting caught at short fine leg. That is the kind of intent that the bowling attack from the OGC club have come up with. Ruman Reis, of course, surprising Farooq with that short ball as he gave him the charge. And so far, it's been a brilliant over after a slightly wavered over. First one from Ruman. He's really come back. And boy, oh boy, he's come back with a wicket and some real good deliveries. That's not a good side. Ruman Reis is holding his back. That's not a good sight to see, Junaid.
Well, that's right, and they would need a fit, extremely fit Roman Reis right throughout the competition. Don't think he's under any extreme pain, just feeling a bit uncomfortable and being looked at by the fellow teammate. Well, having to go down on the ground now.
Well, the two players helping Roman Reis here. They know how important Roman Reis can be to their side. He's had his injury concerns before. He's missed the bus to the Asia Cup and the World T20 in 2016. Had an injury to his hamstring on that one. So injuries have been a part and parcel of his career as well, but good to see him up and running once again. And as you rightly mentioned, Junaid, they'll require a fit Roman Reis for this tournament. Still 3 matches left for his side in this tournament. And of course, if they qualify, they'll have the berth towards the semi-finals and the finals as well. It's a short and a quick tournament, this one. Takes a lot of toll on the faster bowlers, especially. Right then, Roman Reis, final delivery of his second over, and he ends it with a dot. That'll be a wicket maiden for Roman. 3 overs done, FIREOX unit 15 for 2.
He's still holding his back there, and both the last couple of deliveries with a shortened run up. You would want to make sure he's fit and fine for another 2 overs and then get himself addressed. 15 for 2 it is, going at 5 in over. For all the viewers who are tuning in or joining us now, or who have tuned already, this is the OGC Foundation Day Cup 2025, powered by Dafa News, coming to you live from the Tamimi Cricket Ground here in the Eastern Province of the Kingdom, Dammam. It's a bright, sunny day. Beautiful setting for a game of cricket after rain during the weekend.
Well, we've had a really good couple of days as we started off yesterday as well. We've had the sun beating down on the pitch, and today as well you can see hot and bright conditions here in Dammam, which is very, very good to see. Temperature of around 30 degrees centigrade, which is good to see after the weekend being under 15 degrees Celsius, Junaid.
That's right, and what a swift turnaround in terms of the weather it has been. And that has made the captains change the tactics again, trying to pull that one away. Not getting anything behind that one, but just enough to get themselves a single. They're going to try and take the overthrows here. And there you see, clearly a bit flustered there. And again, that bright, sunny morning, Vansh, that has definitely altered the approach of a lot of the batters. They would want to make sure they utilize the conditions really well and try and get those 170s, 180s. Try and target scores on the higher end as well.
Well, that looks far-fetched at the moment given the start that Hosseini Geotechnic Cricket Club have had. Under 6 runs and over they're going at the FIREOX unit. And much to my surprise, they've been not comfortable against the short delivery. That's why Sadr Ayub once again is trying to bowl it as close to the body and as high as possible to these two right-handers. Clearly work it out that he's going to bowl the short delivery, either this one or the next one. Let's see what he does.
That's right, he's mixed things really well. This time he pulls. Has he got enough? One bounce towards that fielder. Down at square leg. And again, he's bowling to a plan here. He's setting things up really nicely at the moment as Sadr Ayub. There's one fielder out there in the deep and sticking to that line, making the batsman pull. Already got one wicket and the last one not carrying all the way towards that fielder.
That is exactly what I was talking about. Just mixing his length and line. I've got deep square leg in place, so they'll want him to be in action as quickly as possible. On that previous ball, the plan almost working yet again for Sadr Ayub and the OGC club. This time the slower delivery came in from him. So he's mixing it quite well, as I mentioned. A couple of deliveries left in the over. Ayub bowling to Waji. Cut and cut hard. This should be the first boundary for Waji. Brilliantly played. Overcompensating on that occasion, Sadr Ayub on the offside gave himself some room and the opportunity to free his arms. That one raced away towards the boundary.
Well, that was a good shot. Saw the length and stayed on the back foot. Went through with that expansive cut. I made sure as what he made sure was played in the air. Got himself the best possible result.
10 runs off this over, make it 11 with that single. A really good over for the FIREOX Unit Cricket Club. And Sadr Ayub, after that impressive first over, has been slightly expensive in this one. 4 done, it's 26 for 2.
(26) for the loss of both the openers. Number 3 and number 4 trying to do a repair job at the moment. Waji 8 of 8. Abdul 5 of 5. Going to have to run a ball. Now will we see Rahman back for his third over? Still contemplating. It looks like he is going to ball this. Having a brief discussion with Mohsin. Looks like he's decided against it. Not quite sure if he was 100% to bowl that third over once, but then maybe just the right call.
Absolutely, you don't want to be exerting your premium fast bowler. Yes, he will be required for his other two. I think he can just have that back checked. Maybe he'll go out of the field as well. And we'll have a substitute fielder awaiting confirmation for that one. But it's a good call made by the captain to have the spinner on and leave Ruman Race out for a couple of overs or so.
Right, so here we go. Slip in place for Asif. In the slot. Goes down the ground. Those are easy pickings. The safest area to access on a cricket field. Gives it a full Monty and has got himself a very well-deserved boundary here.
Well, that's a beautiful shot. It was into the slot there. And Waji just going through with that drive. He always wanted to make it an aerial one. Let's see how the bowler comes back.
He turned away towards the onside. Wanted to get across for a quick single. Gets a no from his partner. Was sent back, and rightly so. Fielder was charging in to try and release that ball. The last thing they want at this stage of the game is a run out. FIREOX Unit CC going decently at just a shade under 7 and over. Pulls out a sweep this time. And again, no run taken.
Well, you can see what Asif is trying to do after being hit for a boundary. He was much more fuller on that first delivery. Then ever since he's gone for that boundary, he's just pulled his length back a bit. He's trying to bowl the arm ball as well and not trying to spin that one. Once again, just going in with the angle. It's going to be a tough pitch for the spinners to access because not much of spin available on this wicket. It's a matte wicket, of course, and only thing that the spinners will find here is the bounce. Asif has removed the slip for Abdul here. He's placed him at that short mid-wicket position to avoid the singles. This time goes over the offside. That's a beautiful shot from Abdul. That one was in the slot yet again. You can see Asif is giving the ball some air and he's traveling all the way from the batsman's bat. It's an absolute beauty of a shot from Abdul. Not easy when the ball is spinning away from you, then still gets good hold of that one. Final delivery of the fifth. What a good over this is from the batting team's perspective. 10 came of that one. 36 for 2 at the end of 5 overs. The spinner finishes off his first over here.
And slowly trying to claw their way back into this power play, back into the game, are FIREOX unit CC. 7.2 is the current run rate. And both these batters have got their eye in, Abdul Wahid and Waji. 2 boundaries in that over has made it absolutely big from their perspective. And again, coming back to the point of Asif that you were trying to make, whenever he's altered the length, has been difficult to put away. When pitched up, he was taken for runs. It's going to be Fareed Shah who will be introduced into the attack. He's got a slip in place. Another one at short 45.
Fareed into the attack. False start from him straight away. Good to see the captain still being aggressive out there with a slip in place. Wonder whether that slip will come into action with the action that Fareed bowls in. But good to see that proactive intent.
Trying to help it away towards the onside. I'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. It's going to be a single nevertheless. Fareed would want to make sure he starts off on a good note here. There's been a decent job done by the other bowlers, picking up those wickets inside the power play. And from the batting side's perspective, don't try and go for those extra 5 or 6 in an over. Just bat sensibly when you are on the comeback phase. Is he going to come back for the second? It's brilliant running. An early call, and the response was there from the non-striker as well.
Quick running between the wickets. It's going to be the key today on this hot afternoon here in Dammam. As we can already see, Waji and Abdul stitched together a good partnership so far.
And just dabs in front, straight back at the bowler. And what a turnaround it has been. There were hoodies out, jumpers, sweaters out a couple of days back, and today as hot as anything. I'll have to try and make sure they stay hydrated. All these players can get really hot in this part of the world. First time I traveled in Dammam was back in 2012.
This time hits that one on the onside and into the gap. That is good connection from Waji once again. There were a couple of fielders in the deep, one at deep square leg and one at deep mid wicket, and the ball bisecting the 2 fielders. That's absolutely brilliant batting from the FIREOX unit and Waji. They are ending things off in this power play in some good fashion after being done and dusted early with those 2 wickets. They've made a slight comeback here.
That's right, and he had no intention to keep that one down. knows where exactly the fielders are and decided to go through in one motion and has got the dividends here. Waji.
Final couple of deliveries in the power play. Looking to make good use of these last two deliveries because Farid has been a bit wayward. He's tried to angle the ball into the right-handers. Extra bounce on that one as Waji is suggesting. Coming back to Farid, he's not been at his best today in this first over. Right then, here he comes. Final delivery of the power play. Goes for the big shot. It's up in the air. Just falls short of the fielder at mid-on. And that's a really, really good attempt by the fielder there. I think Mohsin it is. Tried to go for the catch. He was never wanting not to go for the catch and save those runs. And rightly so. Going for it, but missing out on that one. End of the first six then. The score for the FIREOX 46 for the loss of 2.
Looks like they got the bottom of the bat, not carrying to the fieldsman. We've seen it time and again. Batsmen chancing their arm right at the very last ball of the power play and bringing about their own downfall. And that is all about game awareness at times. We want to make sure having a wicket in hand is of utmost importance than maybe 2 or 3 extra runs. 46 for 2 it is after the end of power play. The way they are going at the moment, they'll take themselves to around about 155. But they would want to make sure they get slightly more than that, in excess of about 170, which is a bit far-fetched from where we are currently at. But all that could change pretty swiftly.
Spinner continuing once again. Look to get that LBW in place.
And again, full goes down the ground. He put a hand on it, but looks like he didn't get anything. That was firmly struck. And again, pitched up, was in the slot for the batsman, who gave it absolutely everything behind that one. And again, there you see Vansh, whenever he has pitched it up to the batsman, both these players aren't shy away from striking that ball. Altered length, a touch shorter. They've struggled to put him away. And this time shot again, worked towards the onside. Should be another easy single towards Sadr Ayub.
First 3 deliveries going for a couple of runs for Asif. He'll feel much more comfortable bowling once the restrictions are done with. 5 fielders now allowed outside the 30-yard circle. He's got protection on the onside. 3 fielders there for him. Goes for the big shot. And he gets good contact on that one. And that will be a maximum from Waji. You cannot be bowling short even after the power play because the batsman will wait on these opportunities to hit the ball. No fielder could ever get to that one, that's for sure. Brilliantly played once again by Waji as he gets his second 6 of the afternoon.
That's right, got inside the line of the ball and made that connection. Again, no intention to keep that ball down. He's been spoken to by Roman Reis and the other players around. He'll have to maintain his composure. Just leaking too many runs at the moment are Semi Geotechnique CC and FIREOX unit have got themselves back into the offside and down the ground. This one was towards the mid-wicket region for another boundary. There's been a decent comeback if you are a FIREOX unit CC fan. got themselves to 54 for the loss of 2 wickets. And we are in the 7th over.
Here comes Asif once again to Waji. This time flights that one up in the air. He's hit that one well on the offside. That should be a couple of runs. Good stop by the fielder at long off. Arslan, I think it is. But that will still be a couple of runs. This is excellent running between the wickets here, Junaid, and they're making every run count on this hot afternoon here in Dammam. Asif to bowl the final delivery of the over. Goes for the shot on the offside. That should be stopped. Does well to stop that one in the end. Got some awkward bounce there. Did the fielder at deep extra covers. But still was able to stop that one well. Another expensive Asif over comes to an end. And after 7, FIREOX unit are 58 for the loss of 2.
And there you see the projected score. The current run rate will take them to 165. 10 and over to 188. I'm pretty sure they would want to get somewhere in between that 165, 170 mark and 180 mark. Still got a lot of firepower in their ranks. 13 overs to go. Pretty sure if these two batsmen can play out maybe 3 or 4 overs, they can really launch themselves towards the later half of the innings. Has been a very composed approach by Wahid in particular. Has consumed 10 deliveries for his 13. And on the other end, Waji has come out all guns blazing. And again, trying to go for a drive. That was beautifully bowled once.
Well, finally, he's got his line correct. He's pretty disappointed in the first over because of the fact that he was bowling on the pads. But that is his line. Farid Shah will look to bowl consistently on that very mark. Inviting the batsman to go for the drive. Missing that one, Abdul.
Again, takes a bit of a leading edge. Back towards the bowler. A couple of dots to start the over with. Yes, bowls well within himself. Not express. But line and length has been a hallmark of his bowling for each shot. And would want to make sure he maintains that discipline right throughout his spell. And worked away towards the onside this time. So there you picks it up and throws it back to the keeper.
Well, they'll have to be calm and composed and have to stitch this one till the end, these two. If cannot afford to lose a wicket here. Haven't got the deepest of batting lineups, do the FIREOX Unit Cricket Club. Dancing down the wicket this time. Gets the inside half of the bat, Waji. The point that I was trying to make was the fact that that was such an important little partnership, the previous one, but couldn't capitalize on that one. But this one, an even more important one because of the fact that still do not have that firepower in the late middle order. Do the FIREOX unit goes for the quick single, misses. Some footballing skills involved there, and Waji will look to go for that single there. Is on the ground. It's a good single completed here, Junaid.
Well, that's right, and survive a bit of a scare there. Looked like for a moment that they would bump into each other really bad, but just at the very final stint. And there you see the managing director of Hosseini Geotechnique on your screens. And he knows his cricket. He's enjoyed a lot in the first couple of games.
Slower delivery. Hits that one and hits that one into the gap once again. Excellent batting this from Waji once again. Some happy faces in that VIP area, but then this one was a beautiful shot. Waited for the slow ball, played it right under his bat, and maybe, just maybe, the deep mid wicket fielder could have done a better job there. A boundary to end another successful over. FIREOX unit 65 for 2.
It will be very interesting to see who will be bowling from this end because Asif has been a touch expensive. Will they try and go for a third over for Asif, or will we see a change in the bowling? Looks like there's a change. Another spinner introduced into the attack. 65 for 2 after the end of 8 overs. And short and wide in cutaway. Couldn't quite pierce that gap. Straight at the fieldsman. Arslan, the bowler, with his leggies. Can he try and provide that breakthrough his captain is desperately looking for? With the kind of start they got, want to make sure they capitalize that, but hasn't gone that well, especially in the last few overs because runs have been leaked. And there you see Mr. Masood on your screens. This time rocks into the back foot again. Same result. He's not able to hit that gap.
This is good bowling and a good start to his spell for Arslan as well. You can see what he's trying to do. Bowling the leg spinners, trying to push the batsman onto the back foot. Because if they play off the front foot, batsman will fall into that trap that Arslan has tried to create so far. This time shorter and a quicker delivery. One bounce towards the fielder at that deep extra cover mark. He's trying to mix it up well. Is Arslan. I felt that was an opportunity for the batsman though to go after that big shot. Have to pull the run rate back, that's for sure. Will the OGC club? Couple of deliveries left once again. Short and wide this time once again. Trying to take the single and gets the single as well. Couple of runs taken off this over from Arslan's bowling. Will he try and go for the googly? We haven't seen the googly come out yet in these first 5 balls. Still on strike. Is that one on the offside? This is good fielding at point as well once again. End of 9 overs. It's 67 for 2 and surely the man enjoying his cricket out there.
.67 for the loss of 2 after 9 overs.
Projected scores on the bottom right of your screen. Current run rate will take them to that 150 mark. With the rate that they're going at, 150 looks like an achievable one. Of course, with 8 wickets in hand, they'll be looking to get those extra 10 or 20 runs in the last 5 or 6 overs as well. But it's not as easy as it seems because the OGC will have a couple of good overs in the middle as well. Farid Shah into the attack.
Again, trying to step out there. Missed out completely. Good start to the over. There you see the projected score. The current will take them to 146. 9 over to 165. They want to make sure they go with the steady pace that they have maintained in the last few overs. It has come down a bit slightly. Picked up towards the onside. One bounce. Oh, it's missed out. That should have been stopped. That was always going away from Asif. Couldn't quite get to the end of it, and in the end concedes a boundary, a very timely boundary from FIREOX Unit CC's perspective.
There you go.
On the
Staying on the pads, as you said, Junaid, into the gap for a boundary. This is good batting, and this partnership is steadily building. And OGC will look for a wicket. They want a breakthrough right now.
That's right, and desperate to get one of these two back, especially if they can get Waji out now, who's been going great guns. Shot and pulled away. Got in position early, but not getting the timing right on that occasion did Waji. No damage done. Single taken.
Last 3 deliveries left of the 10th. 72 for 2. After those couple of wickets of the openers, the construction job from the FIREOX unit has been really good. They've been successful in creating those opportunities to hit boundaries, especially Waji. 42 of 27. What a knock he's playing under pressure. Final league game, as we've mentioned, for the FIREOX. On the onside, played very well for a boundary. He doesn't have to be bowling there. Farid pretty short and pretty much on the pads on that occasion as well. And easy pickings for the batsman as the short fine leg was inside the circle.
Just helped it on its way. Not the sort of line that you would want to be bowling. He's gone for runs. Farid shot. 24 conceded already in 2.4. This time Abdul getting into the act with that boundary. Can they try and finish this over on a high? FIREOX Unit CC.
Short delivery, good sound of the bat. There is protection in that cow corner there. Really constructed this partnership well, Junaid.
That's right, and the partnership was definitely the need of the hour from their perspective after losing out the openers, and these two have responded to the captain's call. It's been a very good partnership so far.
Single of the last ball. 11 came of that Farid over. He's been a touch expensive in his first 3. And for 26 for the right arm medium pacer. And that is the opportunity for the players to have drinks here at the Al-Tamimi Cricket Ground. 10 done. It's 78 for the loss of 2. This tournament has been an amazing one so far, and there's still lots and lots to come. As we have a look at the batting card for the FIREOX unit so far, 5 runs for the 2 openers each. Faisal Khan dismissed by Sadar Ayub and Mohammad Farooq. Surprising short delivery by Ruman Rais, who picked up his first wicket of the afternoon. Apart from those two, it's been nothing from them. Arslan has bowled a good first over, but the other bowlers have been a touch expensive to the captain's liking here. As we take this opportunity, thank our broadcast and event partners, Pacific Star Sports, and of course FIREOX, and CEO and director of FIREOX as well, Waqas Alvi, for making this tournament happening at the Al-Tamimi Cricket Ground. The Tamimi Group has been a great support and has successfully able to use this infrastructure for this amazing tournament. I'm sure this is just the start of many more tournaments to come.
Right back after the drinks break. And there you see the projected score. 156. Now you know what will take them to 168. Can they try and get themselves to somewhere in between that 170, 175 mark? We'll need 100 in the last turnovers, and that is some task. It's going to be daunting from their perspective. But given the conditions, they want to make sure they set a big target to chase down for semi-geotechnique CC. And these two have batted well. Abdul Wahid has complemented Waji's striking really well. Can they try and bat out a few more overs? Arslan has been hit towards the long on the bounce, taken by the fieldsman. Again, signs of aggression first up on the very first delivery.
Tensions are quite clear from the two right-handers even after the drinks break here.
Short and wide this time. And again, there's been more than one occasion he's not been able to get that through that gap. Has been a touch shorter. Arslan, even in the first over he bowled. Again, providing some width to the batsman. Not taken for runs. Making those adjustments to the field, Arslan has got off to a decent start here. Shot this time, clears the infield. A long chase, but they could only retrieve the ball on that occasion. That was flying away. A very timely boundary again for FIREOX unit CC. Again, after a couple of dot deliveries, they fancy their chances, chance their arm, and get a boundary here once.
Excellent batting this from Abdul on this occasion. Striking at under 100 with that boundary. Just goes over that runner ball. Once again, inside out this time. What a shot this is. Oh my word, that's into the parking lot. And what a brilliant shot this from Abdul. We were just mentioning that he needs to make a move on into his innings. And boy, oh boy, is he doing that. 10 runs off the last two balls of Arslan's second.
Well, that was a shot and a half. Got to the pitch of the ball inside out. No intention to keep that one down. And that was heading in one direction.
Flighted once again. Going for the drive this time, Abdul. These two batters have batted very sensibly for the FIREOX unit. Answer to the call that Waqas Alvi has made at the toss. Wanted that 180, 190, and they're surely on the course for that, as this one has found the vacant area on the onside. Trickle away. The outfield will stop that one, and that will be 3 runs. So excellent running as well, which has been one of the hallmark of this partnership. 14 runs came of that one, and after 11, FIREOX unit 92 for 2.
They've done the hard yards, these two batsmen. Got themselves off to a very good start. 44 of 29 for Waji, and Abdul Wahid getting a couple of boundaries in the last over. Has helped himself to 33 of 26. We want to make sure they continue with the same momentum for the next couple of overs and then go absolutely big towards the last 6. Umar comes into bowl. It's going to be Abdul Wahid who will be ready to face
Well, this is turning out to be a very, very good partnership, as we've mentioned. Other teams will take a note of this partnership and the kind of batting attack that the FIREOX unit already have. Got a very, very fit top five. And of course, then the likes of Hassan Talal and Jalat Khan to follow. Faisal Rashid has been an addition who also featured in the Qatar Pro Domestic League few months back. He smashed the ball in the semi-finals and was the man of the match, if I remember. Right then, here's a bowling change.
Starts off with a wide there. We've got a very good memory bunch because still remember that knock by Faisal Rashid. Literally smashed to all parts of the ground. And that is the sort of effort this team would be requiring today. Definitely can play the long handle. Try to run that one towards the third man. That did he get something or a chance of run out at the non-striker's end, and he has missed the stumps. Well, that was really close. But before that, did he get something on that one? The bowler went up straight away. The keeper putting it down. Not quite sure if there was an edge to it. The umpire wasn't moved. The non-striker rushing through, trying to get to the other end. No response from the batsman. And in the end, comedy of errors. And there you see it was straight at the keeper. Umar was reluctant all the way through. Tried to get in line. Well, again, a swing and a miss. Well, that was close, Vansh.
Well, absolutely, that looked like out because there was a deviation. As you said, he was trying to run that one towards third man. It's the slightest of outside edges. Dropped catch and a missed run out opportunity at the non-striker's end as well. Couple of opportunities gone begging.
We have to try and take those ones. Always connected one. This time. That's gone for a maximum. Well, that just adds a bit of insult to an injury. Vaji getting 6 of the very best. And what more? That's his 50. A very well played, well compiled knock by Vaji just when his team needed that. He came into bat with 2 wickets down early on and definitely put his hand up and has come out with an absolute blinder.
Absolutely superb batting from Waji Hassan. 50 of just 31. He's put his side on top here in this match. 161 the strike rate, 5 boundaries and a couple of maximums. But what has been the standout in this partnership between Abdul and Waji has been the running between the wickets and the communication that both of them have run with. Absolutely good sync between the two right-handers, and Abdul, who's played second fiddle, will now look to go for the big shots as well, that's for sure. 100 also comes up with that 6 for the FIREOX unit. They're well on course for a 180, 190 target. That one, a slow delivery, carves that one just over the point fielder. Should be at least a couple of runs. It was towards the tallest man on the park, Ayub, and if he can't get there, nobody else can.
Losing the plot in the last few overs have semi-geotechnique CC. Complete runs have allowed this partnership to build up, and FIREOX unit have capitalized this really well. Both these batters have got more than sighters. Have been striking the ball really well.
This time it's up in the air. Another opportunity for the OGC, and he's dropped that one as well. This is unbelievable stuff here, Junaid. They've dropped the 3rd catch in this innings, and this partnership, which should have been done with a lot earlier, is still going on courtesy those dropped catches.
Well, that has to be taken. It was skied up in the air, got himself underneath the ball, reverse cupping, and puts it down.
Single to end the over. Another good over this for the FIREOX unit. They're cruising along. 103 for the loss of 2 at the end of 12 overs.
They've got the momentum they would have liked, FIREOX unit CC. And one of these two should try and bat the innings through. You want to make sure you've set the platform, make the most of it in the last 8 overs. Still got the likes of Hassan Talal, Faisal Rashid to follow. If one of those two can get an eye in and play the sort of innings they would need, there's going to be a big total to chase down for Al-Tamimi Geotechnique CC. Arslan back into the attack. We'll have to see how Waji approaches after his 50. Will he try and take on the bowling, or let's see a few more overs and then target the last 5 maybe. Here goes Arslan. Brings out the reverse sweep. Was a loopy full toss. Taken on the full.
That was a missed opportunity from Waji. He's put those full tosses to damage, but not on that occasion.
A bit premeditated. This time rocks him to the back foot and has pierced the gap. Finally! That snakes all around the park and crosses the rope for another boundary. This was short and wide, asking for trouble, and was dealt with superbly.
What a good looking shot that one. Transferring all his weight onto the back foot. Just playing that one in that gap. Another boundary this time for Abdul. And now he's cruising along with Waji.
Whenever these two have cut the ball or have targeted a pull shot, they haven't shied away from playing the ball in the air. This time targeting that area towards the mid-wicket region. Crossover for another single. So 6 of the first 3.
It's turning out to be an expensive spell. Started off very well for Arslan. Now he's going for runs. Once again, he loves to play that shot, Waji. Getting the single on that occasion yet again. In fact, beg your pardon, they haven't taken the single. Couple of deliveries left. He's trying to access that offside, that field, particularly the infield on the offside. He's trying to put the ball over those fielders. Abdul on strike. Couple of deliveries still to go. Flighted delivery. Plays that one. Does not get the meat of the bat. Straight towards long off for yet another single. Get a round of applause. And they're really cheering their side here. The men from the OGC Geotechnique need a wicket. And the supporters realize that as well. Should be just a single. Ends the over off. 9 runs coming off that one. It's 1-1-2 for 2 with 7 overs left in this first innings.
And there you see Vikas Salvi with his troops. Just outside the tent, cheering every run taken. We're going at 8.62 in over. The last 7 overs could be absolutely critical. And that projected score has kept going in the last couple of overs. 72 is what they'll get if they continue to go the way they are going at the moment. Can they do it is a big question. But the way these two have batted, they are more than capable. Both these batsmen are clean strikers of the cricket ball, and they have showcased it in how Waji has gone great guns. This time, he's got the elevation, but not the distance. Will that be taken? And finally, something Husseini Geotechnique have managed to hang on to a good catch in the end by Arslan, and Umar picks up a wicket, and that a big one of Waji, who's been batting so well, and they are up on their seats.
Omar getting the applause as well. Third opportunity that he's created for the catch. Couple of them were dropped. Not this time. Not going to be easy to catch these deliveries because there's a huge breeze blowing in as well. It was high up in the air and done well to have his eyes on the ball. Takes it. And a sigh of relief for Arslan, the fielder, as well.
Definitely not the right time to lose a wicket, having batted so well. But then again, one of these two had to take a chance. Not getting right off the meat of the bat on that occasion. Did Waji, was definitely in the slot for him. Went high up in the air, and a well-judged catch in the end by Arslan, who was coming in from deep mid-wicket. Manages to hang on to it. And that brings Usman out there in the middle. There goes Umar. Taken on the full, on the pads. Umpire unmoved. They were up in arms. The fielding side. Was that straying down the leg side and probably going to miss it? Well, there you see. With that gesture, the umpire suggesting that the ball would have gone on to miss the leg stump. And rightly so.
That one was a close call there, Junaid. Looked like it was just gonna clip that leg stump. The umpire felt otherwise, that it was gonna miss the leg stump there.
Shot pulled away again. Not timing. They're going after it now. There's been some good bowling from Umar. Could have had a couple more wickets added to the total. Not to be for those drop catches, but eventually has been able to curtail the runs in second over. Has picked up a very vital wicket.
Umar once again is in the middle of a brilliant spell. Wide given by the umpire. Some good bounce on that one as well. He's tried to bowl on the good area and he's extracted some good bounce. Umar has created a few opportunities as well early on in his spell. Usman, the new batsman, will have to get settled in quickly because we're into the business end of the innings now. The cheering of every ball are the men from the Husseini Geotechnique. This time it's up in the air and it's running away towards the boundary as well. No chance for the fielder Ayub. A lucky boundary for Usman, and the score just moving briskly for the FIREOX unit with every passing over.
Again, a very timely boundary for FIREOX unit CC. Went through with the shot, played wide of his body, just over the field, and just into the boundary for another 4. Desperate effort there, couldn't quite get to the end of the ball.
Once again on strike, goes for the big shot, it's up in the air. Lands in the vacant area, just in between long off and long on. Rather interesting way to get a couple of runs from Usman, who has his intentions quite clear. He's gonna go after the bowlers. Nothing to lose for him as well because they've still got the likes of Faisal Rashid and Hassan Talal back in the dugout. So he's been sent in as a floater to just smash the ball all over the park here. Final delivery of Omar's over. Short delivery, a slow one, and ends the over with a dot. 9 runs and a wicket came of that Omar over. Finally a successful over, and the partnership broken for the Husseini Geotechnique Cricket Club. At the end, of 14 overs. FIREOX unit 1-2-1 for 3.
Right there you have it. Abdul Wahid, 41 of 31. And he has to carry his bat through. Arslan back for another one. Usman has got himself off to a decent start. 7 of 4 for him, going at 8.64. Shot again, helped away. And that's going to run down for another boundary. A very good start to the over once again. Again, Arslan a touch shorter with his length. Staying away from the batsman. Stayed on the back foot deep within the crease and just guided the ball towards that third man region. Third man is up inside the circle, and that allows the ball to trickle down for another boundary.
Very smart batting from Abdul.
This time, touch fuller. That was the mid wicket for a single. Let's move to 46 now. Abdul Wahid. 5 overs would be massive from the context of the game. Down the track. Couldn't quite middle it. It'll only be a single.
Six runs off this over so far. It'll be interesting to see how Usman targets the leg spinner here. Short delivery. Looking to cut that one, and he's found his way there. Beautifully caressed in that gap. And with that 4, that will be 50 for the batsman here. Abdul Wahid, 50 not out now of just 34. And he's played the second fiddle as we mentioned in the earlier partnership, but certainly taking the leadership role here. What an innings this has been from the right-hander. 5 boundaries and a maximum to get towards that half-century mark, and he's not done yet. This time goes inside out. What's the fielder in the deep? Will be a couple of runs. He's run so well between the wickets as well, Junaid.
Well, it's been a very good performance from Abdul Wahid. Played a second fiddle in that partnership with Waji, and then has taken matters in his own hand.
Final delivery of Arslan's spell. Short and wide once again. That has been the kind of length that he's bowled throughout. It's been an expensive spell from him, which comes to an end. None for 38. He finishes off. 15 done. We're into the last 5 here at the Al-Tamimi. It's 134 for the loss of 3.
Trying to get himself a bit hydrated there. Both the batsmen striking at about 137. Abdul Wahid. There you see the projected score once again. The bottom of your screens. 178. 10 in over will take them to 184. And they will grab with both hands if they manage to get there. Despite losing a couple of wickets early on, they have managed to stitch partnerships, and that has ensured they reach wherever they are in the slot. Decides to go over. Oh, he's got that. It was brilliantly taken. Looked like for a moment that it was just clearing that infield. Wasn't the case to be. A very good catch under the circumstances, and big wicket. After a very well-made half-century, Abdul Wahid departs.
Well, an amazing innings comes to an end from Abdul Wahid. brilliant half century, but he's done his job here. Wrong time to get dismissed, I would say. Then he was always looking to be on the aggressive here. Good catch taken by Sadr Ayub as well. After that fall of wicket, FIREOX unit 134 for 4. As we have a look at the replay once again, in the outside half of the bat. It's a good catch taken. And boy, oh boy, you have to look at the replay once again, because from the first sight it looked like he'd comfortably taken that. Was it in motion? Well, that's a thing of the past now, because the batsman has already gone out. Hassan Talal, the new batsman in.
Got it away towards the third man. Up inside the circle. That should run down for another 4. A very good start to the innings for Hassan Talal. He's known to unleash some big blows. And the stage is perfectly set for him. Comes out, presented with a delivery, short and wide. All he had to do was get some bat on the ball. And with the third man inside the circle, made the job relatively easy for his liking.
What a shot to start off his innings. Clearly showing that he's a calm and composed batsman.
Again, trying to reach out for that one. Missed the line of the ball completely. Another dot ball.
We've seen the likes of Hassan Talal and Faisal Rashid participate in Qatar a few months back as well for the FIREOX Unit Cricket Club, along with, of course, the captain Waqas Alvi, who trusts them a lot. There's Hassan with the opportunity to go for the big shots. Has he connected that one well enough? Well, he has. Into where the containers are. Beautifully played from Hassan Talal. Read the slower delivery very, very well. And he's watching the ball like a football at the moment. 3 balls 10 for him to start off.
Well, he's known for those big shots, and he has unleashed that. Back of the hand, slower ball picked up perfectly and launched into the skies. And it was just going one way after it got the connection needed. Brilliant shot for a maximum by Hassan Talal.
Once again, playing that one towards point. Is it in the gap? Yes, it is. Beautifully played from Hassan Talal. He's showing us an exhibition of the range of shots that he has. Started off with the late cut, then smashed that one over long on. And this one, you can say a slight misfield as well that should have been stopped. Into the gap for a boundary. 14 for Hassan Talal of the first 4 balls that he's faced. And you can see the areas that he's accessing. Once again, picking up the single to end the over. An expensive spell from Farid comes to an end. 1 for 41 in his 4 overs. At the rate at which the FIREOX unit are going, 190 seems to be an easy option here for them. 16 done, 149 for 4.
In the middle of something really special here, Hassan Talal striking at 300. Is known for that. He's had a couple of blinders in the Qatar Pro Premier League. Can he try and replicate those sort of performances? Showing full repertoire. Well, that's a look at that catch. Caught in one motion and flung the ball in the air. Was cleanly taken in the end. Well, Ruman Reis has got himself back into the attack. 1 of 9 his returns in 2 overs. Can he try and get one more? Maybe the wicket of Hassan. The area of concerns is it's a short and run up. And again, it doesn't matter because this man has that knack of hitting those right lens every time he runs into ball.
Well, we saw the likes of Sohail Tanveer and Sohail Khan coming with the short and run up. Here is Ruman Reis as well. Banking on accuracy more than pace.
Usman on strike, and He's pulled that. Fieldsman out there in the deep. It will only be a single. But with all the experience he has, he knows where exactly the batsman needs to be fed. Again, being 100% accurate, Rahman Reis not giving anything the batsman would be eyeing for at this stage of the game. This time moves away, missed the line of the ball completely. Hassan Talal showing intent right since the time he's got out there in the middle.
Will be interesting to see the second spell from Rahman. It's up in the air and over the mid-off fielder for a boundary. Just cleared that fielder Arslan at mid-off. Played that one off the back foot. It's on to the chest for Hassan Talal. That's a really fine shot from him, giving himself the room. Just manages to clear him and get the middle of the bat. Slow delivery this time from Rahman. Picks up a single here. 7 runs off this over already, with a delivery still left. And what a display of batting this has been from the FIREOX today. Captain Waqas Alvi mentioned at the toss that they don't mind batting first on this wicket. Surely true. Going for the paddle this time. Will be given as a wide. Rahman Reis isn't happy with that one. And they'll take a single as well. This is excellent batting. And excellent running between the wickets as well. Between Hassan and Usman.
Clearly not happy there with the call. Contemplating that the batsman moved away. That was definitely on the leg side.
Final delivery, it's up in the air. This should be an opportunity for the fielder in the deep. Well, it lands behind that fine leg fielder, Ayub. It is once again. That will be a couple of runs for Hassan Talal, who's playing a blinder at the moment. 17 overs done, another expensive over from the Uzemi Geotechnic Cricket Club's point of view. 160 for 4.
पंजाबी महाधर चौध ने क्या किया देखा भाई रोशन वाले ने आपका बैटरी क्या
Right, into the final 3. Usman will be on strike. It's going to be Umar to bowl his third over. 1 for 20. Can he try and finish this? Again, wide on the off stump mark. Not the start he would have wanted. And that is something he'll have to keep in mind. Try and keep that discipline going. They've bowled well. Haven't conceded too many extras. And in the last 3, we want to make sure they don't concede any unnecessary runs. Just stick to the plan. Get the ball in the right channels. Down the track. Has got something on it. And skittle across for a quick single.
Gives over the strike to Hassan Talal. Striking at 220 at the moment. This powerful right-hander. Had the opportunity to bat in the previous games as well. Hasn't proved his worth. Today is the day. He's going for the big shots. Boy, he's doing well.
And again, lacking discipline. Another extra conceded. And that is something you'll have to try and avoid. Those of you who are watching us live, who've tuned in just now, this is the OGC Foundation Day Cup 2025, powered by Dafa News, coming to you live from the Tamimi Cricket Ground here in Dammam. He's taken the outside edge, oh, he's dropped it. He has put it down. That should have been taken. He's been targeting that shuttle. 5th, 6th stump mark, and Hassan Talal gave it absolutely everything. Could only manage the outside edge, and Umar making a mess of it. Another catch put down by Hosseini Geotechnique. They would hope that it doesn't prove to be costly. Moves across and lifts it over this time. Has he got enough on it? The fielders converging, and that has gone down once again. So 2 back-to-back chances, and both spilled over by the fielding side here.
Well, that is the 4th catch dropped of Umar's bowling, and he's one unlucky man today. Should have had more than just that 1 wicket. 4 catches dropped, 2 by the wicket keeper and 2 by the fielders in the outfield. This surely isn't how you should be feeling in a crunch encounter. Moves across this time. Tries to hit it on the onside. Just gets a single. Look at the smart thing from Hassan Talal on that drop catch. Picked up 2 runs. Sneaking in with those 2 runs. And some amazing running between the wickets. As we've already mentioned so many times. There's the drop catch by Mohsin. Second drop catch for Mohsin as well. He's in no position to take that one. That's not how you catch a cricket ball for sure. Fell on the ground very, very easily and quickly. Maybe the sun bothering him as well. Here comes Omar. Bowled him on that occasion. He says, let me do the job myself and not rely on my fielders. Brilliantly bowled from Omar. The slower delivery came into the picture. And it was Fuller on that occasion, deceiving Usman. 5th wicket goes down for the FIREOX unit here.
Again, premeditated, moving across the line, exposing his stumps, and you miss I hit, like you pointed out, relying on himself rather after 4 catches put down, is keeping it wicket to wicket, and stumps uprooted. Picks up his 2nd. Now, who's the man coming out in the center? Is a big question. Will they try and unleash Faisal Rashid? As the stage is set perfectly for him. And out comes the big man. Faisal Rashid is more than capable of going absolutely big in the last couple of overs.
He's got those long levers, hasn't he? Got a good bat swing as well. If he middles the ball, this is not staying in the ground. It's going right towards the highway. If he connects one of these well. Final delivery then of Omar's 3rd over. As I said, he's been unlucky and he's been expensive as well.
Just the sort of day. And it's not that those were difficult catches. 9 on 10 times you would expect a fielder to catch those.
Ends that one with a single and gets off the mark as well. 18 done, 167 for the loss of 5 with 12 deliveries left in this innings.
And Faisal Rashid is off the mark in that over, facing his first delivery. A proper giant of a man, who's known for his big shots towards the back end of the innings. With 12 deliveries left, we want to make sure he faces the bulk of it. Really strike a cricket ball. It's going to be tough because the man you see at the bowling end is going to be a difficult customer to deal with. Into his final over, Roman Reis. And he would want to finish this off on a bright note. He's got the figures of 1 for 19. Here goes Roman. It's beautifully balled. Right into the block hole. Trying to get it away towards the onside. Missed the line of the ball completely. And that is one of the areas in the ground he would fancy long on and mid-wicket region. Anything pitched up in his zone, in his arc, he won't shy away from striking it really big. Faisal Rashid moves across, targets the offside. Has he got enough? Just over. He's got a hand to it. And back for the second.
That's
Well, not happy there, clearly. Ruman Reis having a word with the fieldsman, I believe.
That one looked like a tough chance. Absolutely tougher than the previous ones, but well, should have done a better effort there. The ball is just following Mohsin. It will go down as a dropped. Third dropped for Mohsin. He's having a disastrous day in the field.
As a fielding side, you would want these last 10 deliveries to end as quickly as possible. A swing and a miss. A correction. Didn't come back for the second there. Stuck with just one.
He's bowling well, is Roman, with the older ball as well. Wealth of experience bowling at the top. Probably the first time I'm seeing him bowl the death overs. He's doing well. Just a single of the first three. Short delivery on that occasion. He's mixed it up really well. Tried the fuller length delivery on the previous one, and this time surprising Hassan Talal with the shorter ball. Well, Roman Reis might as well be the difference between a 180 and a 170. Beg your pardon, a 180 and a 190. Because FIREOX unit, the way that they're going, surely looked like they were going to go past that 190 mark as well. This has been a very good over. Just one run off it with another delivery left.
And that's what one good over can do for either of the sides. A 15-20 run over can just take the game away. And 4 dot balls.
This time a single towards long on. Most economical over of the innings. Just two coming off that one. What an end to Ruman's spell. 1 for 21 he finishes off in his 4. And at the end of 19, the FIREOX unit 169 for 5.
So change in the helmet for the last over for Faisal Rashid. It's going to be Hassan Talal who will be facing the final over. He's got to a very good start, Hassan. That last over, consuming a few deliveries from Roman Reis, was bowled well. Come back into his second spell as well. Didn't give anything away in that last over in particular. Has choked runs. Looks like it's going to be Umar who will have the responsibility of closing out this innings from the bowling perspective. 2 for 27 could have been a lot better. Right, here goes Umar for the final over. He's gone that up in the air. Has he got enough on it? And again, put down. This time it's Zayad who did ever so brilliantly to get underneath the ball. But then just at the very last moment, couldn't quite get hold of that. That should have been taken once.
Well, now it's kind of predictable that whenever the ball's going up in the air, they're just going to drop it. It's almost the 6th chance that has gone begging for the Osemi Geotechnic Cricket Club. Surely one aspect that they would be having a greater look at the end of this innings as well.
That's right, and something for them to try and go back to the drawing board and work things out, re-strategize, restructure themselves, because 6 drop catches is unacceptable at any stage of the game, at any level rather. And Zayad missing out his second opportunity. So 3 runs off the first legal delivery, taken on the full, dispatch towards the onside. The fielder down there coming back for the second, halfway through, but sent back by Faisal, who wants to keep the strike to himself. He's more than capable of some big blows in the last 4 deliveries here.
Faisal says no for that double, and rightly so. That would have been a run out at the striker's end. 4 deliveries left.
Right, here goes Umar. And again, just staying away from the arc of Faisal Rashid. Was looking to go big towards the onside. Had to change his shot at the last minute. Could only prod for another single.
3 deliveries left. They'll be targeting that 185, maybe 10 runs off the last 3. Hassan Talal will surely be looking to go for a maximum. Be wary of the slower deliveries from Umar. This time a slow one once again. It's in the slot though. It's high up. Does it have the distance? Yes, it has. Well, that was quite unpredictable from Omar there. Hassan Talal fetching that one from a bit outside the off stump. At the end of the day, it was in the slot. He just launched into that one, did Hassan, for another maximum.
A bit of a trigger movement before he faced that. Got himself towards, slightly more towards.
Once again, it's up in the air. This time, he hasn't connected that one as well. And finally, there's a catch being taken. Omar gets his 3rd wicket, where he should have had more for some less runs given. But finally, Hassan Talal dismissed. 3 opportunities presented by Hassan Talal. He'd been dropped on twice occasions, and this time, easy catch for long off. Finally, latch on to one here, Junaid.
Well, that's right. Finally, something to cheer for. Umar has had a decent day with the ball, produced a lot of opportunities, but has been unlucky. And a well-judged catch in the end to bring the downfall of Hassan Talal, who's played a very good hand under the circumstances. 35 of 20 is what he's managed. And again, coming back to that point of drop catches, had at least even 50% of those being taken. That 180 could have been maybe 150, 155. But then again, it's just ifs and buts. It is what it is at the moment. 180 for 6 with 1 ball to go as Jalat Khan is preparing himself to face Umar for one final time.
Final delivery of the innings. It's up in the air. Jalat has just got the outer part of the bat on that one. And another drop chance. This time from Ruman Rais. Well, he misses out on the direct hit as well. And that will mean 3 runs. Oh, this is excellent running between the wickets. Ruman Rais dropping that one, throwing it on the non-striker's end. And what an end to the innings for the FIREOX unit. 13 runs coming off. In fact, 14 runs coming off that last over. The ball was always swirling up in the air and he was never in a comfortable position to catch that one, the big man. At the end of the 20 overs, 184 for 6. They've run 4, beg your pardon, not even 3. Excellent running between the wickets from Jalat and Faisal. As they complete a comprehensive target here, bowlers will feel very, very confident, Junaid.
Well, that's right. And what an innings we have witnessed. A couple of early wickets. FIREOX unit CC lost, and then a couple of very good partnerships to get themselves back into the contest. But I would still feel Hussaini's geotechnique did well in the last couple of overs, especially that over from Ruman Rais where they managed to pull things back. But those 10 conceded in the last over. Well, that's the batting card. Waji Hassan, 56 of 38. Usman Akram managed 10 of 8. Abdul Wahid, what a blinder he played. 53 of 37 for him. Faisal Khan, 5. Mohammad Farooq could only manage 5. Those two departed early. And that innings, 35 of 21 from Hassan Talal, providing the sort of impetus this innings really needed. Jalat Khan and Faisal Rashid, the two batsmen who remain not out. 13 extras taking their tally to 184 for the loss of 6 wickets in their stipulated 20 overs.
Well, as far as the bowling is concerned, 3 wickets for 42 for Omar Imtiaz. Was a touch unlucky with those dropped chances. 7 dropped catches by the Osemi Geotechnic Cricket Club. 1 for 41 for Farid Shah. 1 for 17 for Sadar Ayub. 1 for 21 for the big man Roman Reis. The best of the lot without any doubt. No wickets for Asif Khan and Arslan Amin, who were very expensive in their spells as well in the middle overs. 13 extras conceded by the team in maroon. And at the end of the first 20 of this match number 11, FIREOX unit have scored 184 runs on the board. We'll take you through the highlights. It all started with Roman Reis starting it off for the Osemi Geotechnic. Really good bowling. Try to target them with the shorter deliveries. Another drop catch there. This highlights package will have lots and lots of drop catches, mind you. Then Wajid Hassan, 5 boundaries and a couple of sixes, striking at almost than his captain would have liked. Short and wide from him on a lot of occasions. A couple of good another right-hander, the explosive batting of Hassan Talal. Created those opportunities to go for the big shots and getting maximum results as well. Mohsin was really disappointing in the field. Dropped 3 quick cameo, which was finally ended by that catch from Farid. But that is the news from the Al-Tamimi Cricket Ground. 185 the target. We'll be back in just a short moment. Very good afternoon and welcome. Welcome back as we start off this second innings. Sami Geotechnic Cricket Club requiring 185 runs to win this game. Will be no surprises from the FIREOX unit as they've got Jalad Khan to start things off with the new ball. Here comes Jalad bowling to Kashif. First delivery of the second innings. Moving away. And it was in the air. An explosive shot from Kashif. Will be a couple of runs to start off. They'll require that intent and the kind of aggression earlier with the new ball here, Junaid. There you go. Let's have a look at the replay once again. Going towards the offside, creaming that one really well. It's a better delivery, much more fuller. And playing that one with the straight face of the bat was the left-hander. Hands over the strike to the other batsman on strike, Umair Farooq. Face his first delivery from Jalad. There you have on your screens Waqas Alvi leading his troops. Jalad once again to Umar. Effort delivery. Poor fielding there. Should be a couple of runs. Bowler not too impressed with that fielding effort. Understandably so. Putting in that extra effort. Bowling with some real purpose out there. And he expects the fielders to be on top as well. Here comes Jalad once again. This time a slip in place for the right-hander. Plays that one on the offside. That will be the first boundary of the innings. Brilliantly played from Umar. In fact, that's gone for a maximum. That was the amount of timing he got on that. Slightly wider, fuller. Smashes that one for a 6. Just over that point fielder. It's not an easy shot to hit. Watches the ball very, very closely. Does Umar on that occasion. 6 to open his account. 8 of 2 for him, Junaid.
Well, that's right, and early signs of aggression. First 6 of the innings in the very first over. Got themselves off to a very good start here. Jalad Khan, on so many occasions we have seen him picking up wickets early on. Definitely not the sort of start he would have wanted. Taken for runs early on in the first over. Well, there you have a look at it. Down on one knee. Starting to go over the top and has helped himself to a maximum. Making those adjustments in the field. Still, I believe they haven't been able to retrieve that ball.
That is exactly the kind of start that the OGC require from their opening batters. It's going to be a good chase if they have chased this one down. It's going to take some real effort from the batting side. They've started off in some incredible fashion, 11 of the first 4. We'll have a change in ball already. They should be ideally taking the new ball, but I think the match ball has been retrieved back.
Umar is off to a decent start. 8 of the first couple of deliveries he has faced. Chasing a total of 185. That is just the sort of start these batsmen need. For those of you who are tuning back in, this is the OGC Foundation Day Cup 2025, powered by Dafa News, coming to you live from the
Up in the air.
Here in Dammam.
And that one is running away towards the boundary. The fielder at third man comes towards that and stops that from going. That will be another couple of runs. This has been an aggressive start here. Both these openers looking very positive from ball one.
And very good batting conditions. And that is the reason why Waqar Salvi did mention that we're looking for a big total, because it's going to be difficult to chase if the team batting second gets off to a flyer here. First 6 overs would be absolutely
Finally
crucial.
a good delivery and finally a dot ball from Jalad to end the over. 13 runs came of that first one, an expensive start to this innings as far as the FIREOX unit are concerned. 13 for none after one.
From FIREOX unit's perspective, they want to make sure they maintain that discipline when it comes down to fielding, because that is something which was in complete disarray as far as Hussaini geotechnique were concerned. As many as 6 drop catches, lost the count at some stage. The keeper dropping 2, catches being dropped out in the deep as well. Would have been a completely different story had they managed to hold on to at least 50% of those chances created. Usman Wadaich on your screens will be shooting the new ball from the other end. Known for his good discipline, his the right areas consistently. He would want to make sure he gets amongst wickets straight away. It's a crucial game for FIREOX unit CC. They want to make sure they grab those 2 points and get themselves to 5. He goes after it and has cleared the infield with ease. No chance whatsoever for that third man to get across and stop that ball from going towards the boundary line. A good start to the over once again. Staying in line there. Osman providing a bit of width to the batsman. He didn't try to keep it down, just went through with that strike and gets a 4.
Down on one knee, opening that offside up. What a start this has been. Counter-attacking start from the men in maroon.
That is something they want to keep going. This time he's gone straight up in the air. Has he got enough on that? Just manages to clear the infield. Waqar Salvi picks it up and throws it back in, but not before the batsman completes the second. Again, aggression shown by Kashif. He's not holding back. If the ball is in his arc, he will go for it.
Intentions are quite clear from Kashif and Umar here. Gonna go after every single delivery to put the pressure on the bowler.
They've got the full license to go after it, because fielding restrictions in the first 6 overs would allow them or give them that liberty to go after the bowling. That was way too wayward from Osman Wadaich. One of the key areas they'll have to try and take control of. Right, Kashif, the man on strike, batting on 9 of 4. Again, swing and a miss. Not quite sure, because every second ball, I want to make sure they just put it out of the presence. Trying to go for those biggies, targeting that mid-wicket region.
Intentions quite clear. Current run rate at 13.3. 9.5 runs and over. With the blistering start, really put themselves on top in this run chase here. Will be another wide. Some good swing on that occasion from Usman. And you can see that the ball was angling away from the left-hander. That will be some good signs as far as Usman is concerned. Good carry as well towards the wicket-keeper there. But some extra swing on that occasion towards Mohammad
That's right, pitched way out, and that swing is taking the ball further away from the left-hander. He'll have to hit those right areas, the right channels.
Cuts that one away. It is third man, but no chance for him. That will be 4 more. He's using the pace on that delivery, and he's using the pace brilliantly. Hit it under the eyes. Hits that one over the flying slip for another boundary. What a start this has been from the left-hand, right-hand duo.
And again, no intentions to keep the ball down. Wanted to go up and over towards the right of the third man. Again, once it beats that infield, goes over. There's no stopping those.
Captain of Castle having a word with his bowler. Wants Usman to be as full and as much in the good length as possible. Currently he's bowling very short. This time frees his arms once again. Another boundary. This time a slightly lucky one, you should say. Kashif looking to go over that covers fielder and getting that outside edge, a thickish outside edge, which almost travelled as well for a maximum. Dealing in boundaries at the moment.
Well, they've got the runs they needed in the first couple of overs, and some breathtaking stroke play already. They've come out with a proper plan. They will target the first 6, and they have gone about their business really well up until this point. Already got themselves, raised themselves to 29, should I be saying, and not the kind of start Usman Wadaish would have wanted. He's conceded 16 already, 3 boundaries and a couple of wides. And Kashif, Umar, they've got themselves off to a really good start here.
Over. Make it 17 with another delivery to go. He's under some immense pressure here, Usman Waraj. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to bowl it out of the left-hander's arc. He's been hit for boundaries on a couple of occasions, and this time too wide.
That's an attempt to stay away from his arc, but he's got all the shots in the book, Kashif, to be fair. The range of strokes that he possesses. If you stray away from the off-stump mark, he would try and open up that area.
And taken! Brilliant catch there. And Usman has his head down. But he's got a wicket, and he's got the big fish of Kashif. Brilliant catch and good captaincy by Captain Waqas Alvi as well. Keeping that fielder behind. There were a couple of edges that flew towards that region, and making a quick change and getting instant returns out of that.
Well, that was a brilliant move, a master stroke from Waqas Alvi. The third man was a bit squarer to begin the over with. A couple of deliveries going in that cordon. Decided to go with a finer. Got completely 180-degree shift in terms of the stroke. Wanted to access that onside field. It's an outside edge. The ball flew towards the third man. And a well-judged catch in the end. Well, there we have a look at it. Goes completely the other side. And well held in the end. And that is something they'll have to do. Try and hang on to the opportunities that are presented. Convert those 50-50s as well. Something which Hussaini Geotechnique lacked when they were out there fielding. And that brings Asif Khan out there in the middle. He'll have his task cut out. Want to make sure he puts in a partnership with Usman.
Time for a bowling change already. Waji coming into the attack. Jalat only getting that one over. Thinking what might be the reason behind that. We have right arm pacer bowling to Umar here at the moment.
Asif, the man on strike, and he's not ready. There you have it. You can pick it up from the stump mic. A bit of funny banter in the end.
No slips in place as well for Waji. Still setting the field. Same Geotechnic Cricket Club coming in with that option of left hand, right hand once again. Asif, the new batsman at the non-strikers end currently.
It's beautifully balled. Just taps it towards the offside. Another run taken, going at approximately 15 and over. Just the kind of start a team chasing 185 would have liked.
Good single to start off. Umar doing the smart thing, not going after every single delivery. He saw that when Kashif was batting, he was going after every ball. And I think that is the kind of high risk cricket that OGC are going to play in this run chase.
It all looks good when it comes out. Of course, they should have the license to do that, especially in the next 4 overs. Drive towards the point fieldsman. No run taken. Well, with 4 overs to go in the power play, still the kind of start they would have got. They would want to make sure they go absolutely big. Maybe 65-70 for 2 after the end of 6. And that should make their job relatively easy. A couple of good partnerships, easier said than done. That is something you would want to do if you are chasing a big target. A swing and a miss. Wanted to pierce that gap through that cover region. Not getting any batter on ball
Good
there.
bowling change from Captain Waqas. Been spot on with the decision making in this tournament so far. Yes, they did lose that first game against the Tamimi Tafga. It's been superb ever since that. Got 1 win and 1 no result in the points table currently. If they win this one, well, chances of them qualifying just increase a hell lot more. That's a catch! Caught and bowled, hitting the inside half of the bat. Waji was challenging the left-hander, and what a mastermind Waqas Alvi is to bring him on.
An inspired bowling change. Asif Khan departs without troubling the scorers. Again, rewarded for the discipline, not giving anything away to the batsman. Ball well within himself, just bowled the right line. Dab straight back at the bowler, who completes a very good catch in the follow-through. Number 2 departs for Semi Geotechnic CC with 31 runs on the board.
Well, that's a big wicket because the left-hander can be very, very dangerous if he settles in, and they've not let him settle today. Good catch, they're never easy. Once they come off your own bowling, you're always motivated to latch on to those. Huzaifa is the new batsman who's walked in. Huzaifa Munir. 2 right-handers now batting for the Osemi Geotechnic Cricket Club. Both of them will have the onus of constructing that partnership, much with what we watched from the FIREOX unit as well. A couple of early wickets, but then the partnership came in. We'll have to do the same. Will the OGC club. Brilliant delivery, moving away from the right-hander this time. Just wanted to feel the ball there, Huzaifa.
Whatever Waqas Alvi has touched has turned to goal. What an inspiring bowling change. Taking Jalath Khan out, has been their premium bowler. Waji introduced and he picks up a wicket. Hasn't given anything away. Just to run a single conceded of the very first delivery. It's been 4 dot balls and a wicket.
And then final delivery of his first over. Flicks that one, it's up in the air. Shouts of catch it. But that's gone for a maximum. Brilliant timing there from Huzaifa. Opens his account with a maximum. Surprises Waji. Slight shuffle across the stumps. Just turns that delivery into a maximum.
Again, those wrists coming into play. Brilliant shot. Superbly timed. Held on its way for a maximum. Played with utmost disdain. Again, taking the aerial route. That swipe towards the very end with the wrist. Ensuring he keeps it away from the fieldsman, but it doesn't matter. It had got the elevation and the distance on that occasion. Takes it for a maximum. So 37 for 2 after the end of over number 3. Going at a healthy net run rate of 12.33.
What a start this has been from Huzaifa. Completely against the run of play. Unexpected to see him for the big shot just off his second delivery. Saw that the other batsmen have been slightly hesitant. The openers, in fact, going for those big shots already. Umar 11 of 5. Once you expected your new batsman to just spend a bit of time, he's not done that. He says, I'm going to go after the bowlers from the get-go.
That's right, and when you're chasing a big total, you would want to fancy your chances. And here's Usman in the slot. Didn't get the timing right. Good start from him. It's been expensive in the first over. Few boundaries. Managed to get a wicket. Want to make sure he comes back strongly in his second over. Umar, the man on strike, has been devoid of facing deliveries in the last couple of overs.
He's looking confident, much more confident after that wicket.
Short and wide. It's given as a wide. Much to the surprise of the wicketkeeper, I believe.
He's trying out a few options here, but trusting his main new ball bowler as well. Is the captain, Usman, coming into his second despite being for 17. Touch expensive in that first one. Picking up the crucial wicket though.
Again, a swing and a miss. Setting the right lengths. Now Usman Wadaj got a very pleasing to the eye run up. Pretty smooth, runs in. And then with the height he possesses, can hit that length consistently all day long. Usman Wadaj bringing the ball into the batsman.
There's the captain on your screen. Managing his troops rather brilliantly so far. Job still not done though.
Again pushed him back. There you see, altered the length pretty swiftly. A couple of short deliveries and this time on the good length. Not giving anything away whatsoever to Umar.
Brilliant bowling from Usman, especially in this second over. What he's done is put some questions into the mind of Umar at the moment. Doesn't quite know whether he wants to go forward or move on to the back foot. Here comes Usman, charging in to the right-hander. Short and wide, it's up in the air. Shouts of catch it and easily taken. Another wicket in the power play for the FIREOX unit and for Usman. Usman's heroics in the previous game. And now he's continuing with the ball in hand. 2 for 18 for him after being expensive in that first one. Umar trying to go for the cut shot over the infield. Only gets elevation and no distance.
Well, these are some big wickets being blown away by FIREOX Unit CC. Short and wide, inviting the batsman to go after it. It could only get the elevation, not the distance. Ballooned up in the air and an easy catch inside the circle completed. They've been pretty good with their catching up until this point, FIREOX Unit CC. There you have it. Getting inside, settling himself in underneath, and then seeing the ball hitting those palms. Number 3 departs with just 38 on the board. Still pretty early days. The kind of start they'd got, they could have taken their time to get themselves settled in a bit. Starting to go with one shot too many, and that has brought the downfall of the openers, especially. Usman Viraj has found himself back into the game.
Arslan is the new batsman. Starts off with a glorious shot on the offside. There was a huge gap for the batsman to go for the drive, and he's taken the chance on that one. Touch fuller from Usman. You can see the applause is coming in from the wicketkeeper, because that is certainly the plan that they're operating with. They want the batsman to drive and access that very gap so that they can produce the outside edge. Boundary to start from Arslan.
You can hear the chirps from the keeper, from those players inside the 30-yard circle. They're up for it big time here.
Shorter this time. Place that one towards third man. That will be a single to end a very, very good over. 6 runs and a wicket coming from that Usman over. And after 4, the OGC 43 for the loss of 3.
Same place, everyone. Quick changes, quick time.
There you see the man on your screens, Waqar Salvi, has been instrumental with the FIREOX Unit CC. Wants to go. Having a word with the umpire there regarding the rules. Wants to get on with it really swiftly here. Two relatively new batsmen out there in the middle. Arslan has faced a couple of deliveries, have got himself off to a decent start. He's got a boundary early on. Zaifa has got a boundary himself. He's got a 6 rather. So Charlotte back into the attack. Again, a swing and a miss. Down on one knee, trying to access that offside field.
You can see what Jalat is trying to do. He's trying to angle the ball in. He's got some swing on that one as well. He's tried to be as full as possible. Waqar Salvi making him bowl the first over and then now the 5th over. So a change in ends from him. 43 for the loss of 3. Faisal Rashid giving in some words of advice as well. Just asking him, that field is what you'd like.
Into the block call again. Brilliant bowling, 2 dot balls on the trot. Words being thrown in by Faisal Rashid. And what this tournament does is, with the kind of international exposure that is out on display, it has enabled a lot of young talent, a lot of young players to interact with the likes of Tabish Khan, Roman Reis, now Suhail Tanveer has joined in the party. It's going to be a big learning curve. Kind of exposure the Avenue has got them to. And who knows, these players would be making it absolutely big in their respective careers, going on to make to the national side. And that's all because of a lot of effort, a lot of work that has been put in by the Saudi Cricket Federation right throughout the kingdom, from the east to the west, through to the center, especially with the IPL auctions that took place earlier or towards the end of last year.
Absolutely.
Attracted a lot of the eyeballs.
Growth is it's just the start of some more events to come in this part of the world, that's for sure. Jalat not too happy with that wide call, point that you were trying to make, Junaid. And this man on your screen, Captain Waqas Alvi, very, very influential in making this tournament happen. The CEO of the FIREOX group and his own team, FIREOX Unit Cricket Club, who participate all around the Middle East. Played amazingly well in the Qatar Pro Domestic League and now here in the Saudi Pro League. Brilliant ball once again. Look at the extra bounce on that one, and he gives the batsman a stare as well. This is blockbuster stuff from Jalat.
Well, brilliant bowling. That one kicked off after pitching. Well, we did hear the likes of Tabish Khan talking about some extra bounce being extracted from the mat, from the wicket. That is on display. It's been a very good comeback from Jalat. Hasn't given anything away, just the wide.
Just a single of this over. And Jalat Khan putting in everything. Look at the amount of efforts he's putting into every delivery. That surely has brought some pressure on Arslan. Might not show it. Surely under the pump here. Pulling some short deliveries. Pulling some fuller ones as well. Jalat needs to finish this one off well. Final delivery of the 5th over now coming up. Current run rate has dropped. Just 15 at the moment. Now at those 9s. Doesn't time that one well. A quick single. Good batting and an excellent over from Jalat comes to an end. 2 runs only off that one. 5 overs done. It's 45 for 3 for the OGC.
A few overs of calm after the mayhem that just preceded it. First couple of overs managed to get 30 runs on the board, but the next 3, or the last 3 rather, could only muster 15, and they've lost wickets. Still got 1 more over to go in the power play, and that's where the game management steps in. Now, would you want to get those extra few runs and end up, or rather give the an opportunity to the fielding side of picking up a wicket, or would you be rather content with, let's say, 7 or 8 without taking too many risks? Got the number of runs they would have wanted. It's all about stitching a very good partnership from here on. Maybe try and bat another 5 overs without losing any more wickets. Target maybe another 40-45 runs if you possibly can, because wickets in hand would be absolute premium going into the last 4 or 5 overs with a mammoth total you are staring at.
Osman continuing, no surprises. Into his 3rd over, bowled a brilliant last over, up a wicket as well. Here he comes running in to bowl the final over of the power play now.
Oh, he goes big this time. Has he got enough? That's skied up in the air. That's gone for a maximum. What a shot that is. Going straight down the ground. It was going in just one direction. That was struck sweetly right off the meat of the bat. And 6 of the very best. That was in the perfect slot. Steps away. presents full face of the blade, gives the ball full Monty, and gets the maximum. What a
Well,
shot
the
that
shot
is.
of the afternoon for me. It's that one straight as an arrow. Cameraman was in danger on that occasion, presenting the straight face, timing that one so well. Look at the kind of connection he's got on that one. Excellent start to the final over of the power play from Arslan.
Again, trying to be a bit cheeky. Wanted to just play it over the keeper's head. Get the connection. What a shot that was. Again, 6 off the very first delivery. Then you would want to make sure you make this over go big. You've got to be cautious at the same time of not conceding anything away. You've got the number of runs required. It's all about feeding the right side of information to your mind, getting the right things done. And again, there you see, just altered the length ever so slightly. His ball full on occasions. Then when he has targeted those good length areas, has been a very difficult customer to handle.
Looking for that huge shot on the onside. Just the last 3 deliveries of the restrictions. It is a fielder at deep mid wicket, mind you. Arslan will be looking to take advantage of these 3 deliveries from Usman, but Usman gave a slight stare to the batsman as well on his way back. Goes down the wicket this time. It's up in the air. Has it got the distance? I don't think so. And just falls behind Faisal Rashid. That should have been a couple of runs, and it is. Faisal Rashid going for the catch. Captain Nalvi thought that he should have taken that, but ball was swirling up in the air as the fielder suggests.
So 8 runs off the first 4 legal deliveries. Usman Waraj, we want to make sure he finishes this over on a bright note. So 2 inside the circle on either side.
Shorter delivery this time. Doesn't bounce as much as Arslan was hoping, and some quick stumps by the quick work by the wicket keeper, and some confusion there because Usman has just taken that stump in his hand along with the ball. So that will be checked by the third umpire. He's got the microphone as well in his hands. But a really good throw and some good running if they've made it safe. There you go, direct hit. And, oh my word. He's just taken the stump out, not the ball with one of his hand, otherwise that would have been out. Had he got the ball along with the stump, that should have been out, but unfortunately there was no ball in his hand, and that's why that decision from the third umpire will be not out for sure.
Well, one of the easiest of decisions to make. Not out, says the umpire, the third umpire.
Not out.
We should have taken the ball and uprooted the stumps at the same time. Rather, went for the ball with his right hand and with the stumps with his left.
Boss? इधर है ये वाला है
Couple of deliveries left in the power play as they're trying to fix the mic up. What a good over this has been. 8 runs off it for the OGC. A couple of deliveries more to go. That should have been a single, I think. We'll have the correction with that. That's not a 2, that's just a single.
ये लीड तो लगा लो भाई।
Right, everything is fixed. We just got one ball left in the power play. Uzaifa, the man on strike, facing Usman Wadaj. Has picked up a couple of wickets, but has conceded 32 runs in the process.
Final delivery of the power play now. That's gone. That's gone for a boundary. What an end to the power play here. 13 runs off that final over, and the FIREOX unit captain isn't happy with where Usman has bowled that one. Into the slot, goes for the drive. Does Huzaifa on that occasion. Gets 4 more runs. This is excellent batting. Turns out to be a balanced power play in my opinion. 3 wickets down, 58 runs on the board, and a 185 run chase. Middle overs will be crucial from here on, Junaid.
Well, that's right, and that last over has just got things in balance, because otherwise you would have considered FIREOX unit CC had an upper hand in the first 6. Those 12-13 runs scored in the 6th over. It's got the things in control. They've lost 3 wickets, alright. Partnerships would be key and crucial from this stage of the game. These two can manage another 4 or 5 overs between them. Try and get themselves to at least 100, 105. It's definitely going to be game on from there. Hassan Talal has been introduced for the first time.
White ball.
Decides to go through with it. Oh, the keeper has missed it, and that has allowed them to skittle across for a single. So 2 runs without the ball being counted.
They'll have to be wary of the fact that there have been a lot of extras given away in the previous matches as well. Have to stop those extras. Will the FIREOX unit runs on the board to start off Hassan's spell?
Oh, he slashed at it. Protection out there in the deep. Looked like for a moment that ball was going a bit squarer. That one went straight towards the fieldsman. And in case if you have joined in late and have missed out on the action, this is how the innings started. A flurry of boundaries and quick wickets. And this time again towards the offside, towards the right of the third man, and into the boundary for another 4. He's starting to take a liking to the bowling here. Arslan has got another boundary. That current run rate has gone above 10.
That's a good shot on the offside. They need to continue scoring those boundaries.
Has that taken the outside edge? Looks like it has. The batsman doesn't even wait for the umpire's signal. Takes a long walk back to the tent, and Hassan Talal gets on the wickets column straight away. Balled in the right areas. Good length delivery. Trying to access that offside field once again. Could only manage to get an outside edge straight to Mohammad Farooq, who doesn't make any mistake. So Arslan Amin departs for 19 of 15 deliveries. Looked like he had got off to a very good start, but again against the run of play, Hosseini Geotechnique CC losing out another crucial wicket here.
Good bowling from Hassan Talal, swinging that one away from the right-hander. Arslan looking confident out there. What a wonderful shot he hit in that previous over. That brings out the captain onto the crease. Mohsin made the choice of going for the run chase at the toss. This is just a perfect opportunity for a leader like Mohsin to come in and smash a few runs and take his side through towards the victory, but it's not going to be easy. He's up against a very formidable FIREOX unit CC bowling attack. Be Hassan Talal will continue. 1 for 7. Brilliantly bowled, pushed him onto the back foot. Picks up a single. Been a really good start from FIREOX unit. Yes, they have conceded a lot of runs. Currently going in at 10 runs and over. But as Waqas Alvi mentioned at the toss as well, wickets are going to be of prime importance. Whether you're batting first or bowling first, wickets are going to be very crucial in this format of the game. So far he's picked up 4. Full length this time, just played on the offside. That's running away towards the boundary. Huzaifa, the man, 15 of 5 now, striking at 300. Brilliant shot over the point fielder. Tried to crossbar that one. Couldn't get even fingertips.
Again, taken on the full. Dispatched through that gap. Another very good shot to help himself to a boundary. Huzaifa.
Brilliant shot on the offside this time, but there is protection, especially for that shot. Huzaifa batting confidently here. 16 of 6 now for him, 7 done. It's 71 for the loss of 4. They're moving very good rate. The only worry seems to be the number of wickets here.
Spot on there. That is something they'll have to be wary of. Can't lose any more from the FIREOX unit's perspective. Every corner of the ground he would look at, he will find a bowling option. Gone off them to a very good start for semi-geotechnique CC. Few boundaries early on. And then this one. Fielder was moved just for that. Managed to get a good catch in the end. Good grab on his follow through. That was a very good start to the innings for Huzaifa. Getting a couple of boundaries early on, and this one was skied up in the air. Pushed him back. Atif introduced. Point that I was trying to make early on. Once everywhere Waqas Alvi looks at, including himself, he's got a bowling option. Another one introduced is Atif with his first over.
That is absolutely true. They're going in with a lot of all-rounder options today. The FIREOX unit. And Faisal Rashid can roll his arm over. But Atif performed exceptionally well in that last game, bowling at under 4 runs and over. And picking up 1 wicket as well. Will know that this is his territory as a bowler. He excels in the middle overs. Once again, he'll have his job cut out.
Again, taken on the full. It was the onside. Missed by the fieldsman. Is he coming back for the second? Yes, he is. And an easy completion of the second run there. Good calling. Responding to the partner's call as well was the non-striker. And in the end, at misfield, just allowing them to be in a bit more of a comforting position. So that's the equation. 111 required of 76. Another 40-45 of those 111 would be absolutely key. Can they try and get to it without any further damage? They've already lost 4 wickets.
Slight interruption in play. Field getting changed. The umpires have been very alerted by all of these stoppages in time.
Again, trying for that cut. He's a very decent bowler, Atif. He knows how to mix things up. Bowls well within himself, but if needed to, can definitely up the pace. And that occasion is pushing the ball a touch quicker. A very good start as well from him. Hasn't conceded anything that the batsman would
Well, one
fancy.
thing with Atif that you'd get is control. Maybe not the pace or, the carry that Hassan Talal or Jalad Khan might produce, but for sure with Atif, one thing that he'll provide is the control and the accuracy with which he's bowling. He'll keep on hitting that good length mark. Whether or not he picks up a wicket, surely look to be much more economical in these middle overs and rely on the batsmen to throw their wickets themselves rather than going for that extra effort or the extra nip off the surface. Edged and taken. Exactly the point that I was making. Hitting the good length mark once again. And Atif has been rewarded pretty early in his spell. This is some superb display of bowling now by the FIREOX unit. Conceded a few runs. They've managed to put half the side of the Osemi Geotechnic back into the pavilion. Mohsin Rajput goes for just 3. It's 74 for 5.
Well, another very good bowling change. Brought in Atif. Pitched up, deciding to go through with the shot. Managing to get an outside edge, and another good grab for Mohammad Farooq, who doesn't make a mistake. His third of the morning rather. And in a total disarray at the moment are Osemi Geotechnique. Loses out their 5th wicket. And that has brought Farid Shah out in the middle. It's going to be a daunting task from here on for Osemi. They've got the runs all right, but in the process they have lost a touch too many. I would say 2 touch too many. Natif rewarded for some exceptional bowling. He's known to bowl those channels right throughout. Can hit the same spot right throughout the day. And rewarded for that discipline.
Atif once again, slip in place. Cuts that one towards third man. This is a very, very good field that has been set up for the right-handers coming in, and an excellent over from Atif comes to an end. 8 overs done here at the Al-Tamimi Cricket Ground, and the FIREOX unit are completely in control of the scheme of things here. 75 for 5 after 8.
कट पे आ जाएं, 3 कट पे आ जाएं.
Well, if you are a Osemi Geotechnique fan, then that's not a happy reading. Half the side back in the tent with 75 on the board. Still a long way to go. Another 110 required of the last 12. Looks like it's going to be Waqas Alvi who will introduce himself. Known for his spinners. Still making those changes. Looks like he wants one at 45. Right arm over with Farid on strike. Now, will they consider this as an opportunity to try and get a few more? But definitely that is not something they require at this stage of the game. They've got a healthy run rate. Nothing in terms of the required run rate mounting up. Well within their reach. Then that wickets column is a big cause of concern. Short and wide. Called by the umpire. Changing the angle. Just taps it towards the offside. No run taken.
Waqas Alvi introduced himself in the last game, went for 22 runs in that 1 over that he bowled. Looking to better his performance this time around.
Again, drawing the batsman to play at it. It's going to be difficult for these two. There's a lot of pressure mounting. Catch-22 sort of a situation wherein you don't know whether to go for those. That's done cheekily. It beats the fielder, which should allow them to come back for the second. They find themselves in a difficult situation wherein they're not sure whether to go for the runs or try and safeguard their wickets. If you are the batting side with 5 batsmen back in the hut, 5 main batsmen rather back in the hut, then you want to make sure you try and stitch a partnership.
Well, that is the dilemma for the OGC at the moment. You were spot on with that, Junaid. They're not sure whether to stitch a partnership or just go after the bowlers. Full toss this time. Works it on the onside for a single. That, I think, will be one of the decisions that they'll have to make it very, very quickly here. Need to get out of the shell, be confident in their approach, whichever approach they choose. Huzaifa 17 of 7 on a delivery of the 9th. To sweep that one into that leg side area towards deep square leg, and that will be a single to end the over. 5 coming off that Waqar Salvi over. 80 for 5 after 9.
A good start to the spell for Waqar Salvi. Just 5 runs conceded. Atif will be back for his second. 80 for 5. Still got about 105 required of the last 66 deliveries. The strong wind blowing across the ground. Just going to make things a touch difficult for the batters. Here comes Atif. Takes the inside part of the bat, hits the body, and rolls on the floor towards the third man, Faisal. Again, hitting the ball right on the money there. Atif has a bird in length in the first 7 deliveries he has bowled. Right on the target, targeting those channels.
Getting some treatment here. Huzaifa getting hit on his elbow. Always painful in that area whenever you're not wearing an elbow guard. Atif has been exceptional in the middle overs. He's into his second one now. 1 for 4. Certainly brought the momentum back into the FIREOX unit's favour.
They look a complete unit at the moment, FIREOX units TC. They've got batters who can blast through at the top. They've got bowlers with some lethal pace up top and through the middle overs, the likes of Atif. Of course, if needed, Faisal Rashid can provide that sort of the control, and maybe on their day can produce a couple of wicket-taking deliveries as well. After an early loss in the competition, the way they have come back, they have definitely looked one of the brighter sides so far.
Looks like he's all right, and we're all set to go once again. Farid on strike.
Got a short fine leg in place now. Again, bowling that channel. Atif, they won't mind singles at all at this point of the time. FIREOX units DC.
103 required of 64 now.
You see the chirps from behind. Well, if you can hear from the stump mic, he's struggling to hold the bat at the moment. Is Huzaifa still in some pain, shaking his hand. not feeling comfortable whatsoever. The umpire is walking up to the batsman, trying to assess the situation.
That should be drinks here as well. 9.2 overs done. It's 82 for the loss of 5. And we would like to take this opportunity to thank all our sponsors. The OGC Geotechnic Foundation Day Cup 2025 powered by DAFA News. Title sponsors OGC Geotechnic. Thanks to Mr. Masood. Organizing partner for this tournament, Tamimi Tafka and the Tamimi Group. Big thank you to Mr. Dilavar, Mr. Ayman and Mr. Ashfaq. Broadcast and event partner, Pacific Star Sports and Toyam Sports. Mr. Mahmood Merchant, CEO. Organizing partners, Axis United Trading Company Limited and the FIREOX Group, led by Waqas Alvi. World Index by Mr. Majid. Aftab by Mr. Bilal. The F&B partners for this tournament, Shahzada and Mughal Restaurant by Mr. Abbasi. And we have a few more to thank as well. Saudi Cricket, EPCA, the Eastern Province Cricket Association, Armaf Perfumes, Oxrite, TSCC, Cosmo, just to name a few, along with Shams Corner and Nature and Pure as well. Lots and lots of sponsors who've done an amazing job in making this tournament happen. Without the support of the sponsors, this tournament wouldn't have been possible. A massive shout out to all of them.
That's the bowling card. Usman Baraich, 2 for 36. Went for runs alright, but picked up 2 crucial wickets. First up, Waji Hassan, 1 for 7 in the only over he's bowled, 1 for 13 for Hassan Dalal. And Nathif getting a wicket in his very first over as well. And there you see the bottom of your screens. I've lost wickets at regular intervals. Right, all set. Zephyr on strike. Now it's going to be a touch difficult with a painful right hand here, Vanch, because he was clearly struggling. He's got it bandaged right, but you can see that is going to be a bit troublesome when it comes down to ball
Absolutely,
striking.
as a right-hander, the right hand is for the direction. Of course, the left hand is the one with which you have most of the power and technique. Right hand gives the direction to the ball, so it'll really be tough for him to manage with that. This time cuts that one. This protection in the deep on the offside, which will mean that that's just a single. But it's not going to be easy for either of these two to smash those boundaries, because the likes of Atif and Waqas Alvi operating at the moment, they're really going well in tandem. And with the kind of breeze that's blowing in as well, cross breeze will help Atif move the ball away from the two right-handers who are in at the moment. Goes for the big shot, it's up in the air. One bounce towards the fielder at deep extra cover. This is exactly what I was talking about. The ball will move away from the right-hander. And you can see from the visuals on your screen, Huzaifa is struggling here.
There you see the dignitaries on the stage. There's Mr. Masood, the managing director of OGC. Enjoys his cricket, and at the moment wants something better in terms of the score. That scored straight up in the air, a chance, and put down. Atif was trying to get to the end of it, and eventually maybe has managed to get a hand or two to it. In the end, couldn't quite grab hold of it.
There you go. The error shot comes from Huzaifa straight away after getting bandaged. Good thing is that he reached towards the ball, and as soon as his hands landed on the ground, the ball just popped out of his hands. Halfway done in this run chase, 84 for the loss of 5.
Right, Waqar Salvi. Oh, he's been treated with a massive shot towards the mid-wicket region. That's gone all the way for a 6. Much to the delight of the managing director of Al-Tamimi. That was in the slot for him. And he gives it a full Monty. That was
What a
huge
shot this
one.
from Farid. And I think this will be the over that they'll be targeting. Waqar Salvi has been a bit expensive. Especially in the last match, he was very expensive. Let's see what he comes up with this time around.
Six off the first delivery. Brings out the reverse. There's a loud appeal there given by the umpire. He was pretty animated. Waqar Salvi. The keeper joined in. The batsman holds his ground. Doesn't seem to be too happy with that. Not quite sure if he managed to get something on it. The moment that ball was delivered, Waqar Salvi was up in arms with a loud shout. And eventually getting what he wanted. Was given as caught behind. Farid Shah dismissed for 12 of 10.
Slow and very long walk it will be. Going for the switch hit. Captain Waqar Salvi wasn't appealing. He was just shouting at the umpire that that was out. And the umpire raised his finger there. Good catch by the wicketkeeper as well. He was very confident with the appeal as well. The batsman feels a tad unlucky on that one. But another wicket for the FIREOX unit. It will be 90 for the loss of 6. And with the likes of Zayed and Ruman Rai still to come, there's still a bit of firepower in that Al-Tamimi Geotechnic Cricket Club batting lineup. There you go, the dignitaries on your screens watching the action from close. And they're watching in with some interest here.
Tries to access the offside field. Is he going to come back for the second? Size against it. Only be one. Well, that appeal, rather, that celebration was much more for the shot that was played prior to the ball, which got him the wicket. Struck with some force, much to the dislike of Waqar Salvi.
It's beautiful delivery. The keeper has missed that one. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal if that will be byes or wides. Couple of runs taken by Huzaifa. In fact, there's no signal from the umpire, so that was some bat involved. Here comes.
That's right, and good to hear the outside edge taking the bat. It was beautifully bowled by Waqar.
Once again, a good delivery. Tap and run from Huzaifa. Running between the wickets. Current run rate below that 9-run mark for the OGC now, which will mean that the required run rate will go towards the 10-run mark. Very, very important few overs coming up. The next 3 or 4 overs till they reach the 15th. They should be having those 4 wickets in hand, which they still have at the moment. Full toss on that one. Misses out on that opportunity, does Zayed. End of 11 overs. An expensive over, but a wicket one. 94 for 6.
That's the equation. 91 more to get off the last 9 overs. Exactly at 10 in over is what they need to get. Just got 4 wickets in hand, and Huzaifa holds absolute key from the batting side's perspective. Natif being trusted with another over here. Has bowled exceptionally well. Has given away only 7 runs, has picked up 1 wicket. From FIREOX unit's perspective, can he try and do further damage to this batting lineup? Is more than capable. His ball in the right areas, those right channels consistently. Hasn't given any width whatsoever to the batsman. Here goes Atif with his third over. Brought into the batsman. Was trying to run that one towards the third man region. Gets a thickish inside edge, and luckily for him, that didn't pop back onto the stumps. Starts off with a dot ball here.
Atif has been game changer for me. Yes, he's only got 1 wicket, but look at the economy that he's operated with. The other bowlers have gone for 10s and 9s and 8s. Asif going at 3.5 currently. That's been the difference maker.
Oh, it goes big this time. Has he got enough on that? Yes, he has. That's gone for a maximum. There was a fielder down there. He took the chance. It was in the slot for him. And Huzaifa, giving absolutely everything, has managed to get a crucial maximum. Definitely in the slot.
But it was in the slot, as you rightly mentioned, beautifully played from the right-hander. And they need many more of those to stay alive in this run chase.
That's right, and this man holds absolute key. 28 of 18. Picked away towards the onside, taken on the full. Will only be a single. Consider himself a touch unlucky there. Missed out on an opportunity.
100 comes up with that 6 previously. Now the single. Zayed will be on strike. Huzaifa will have to rotate well between the wickets because Zayed will take in a few balls as sighters before he strikes. And Huzaifa will have to bat very, very cleverly from here on. 3 deliveries to go for Atif's over. This time, Zayed goes for the big shot. Has he connected that one well enough? Yes, he has. A couple of bounces and the ball goes towards the boundary. Well, I was wrong with that. Zayed is not having any sighters at all. He's going after the bowlers right from the get-go.
Well, again, in the slot for the batsman. Gives it a full swing of the bat and gets the desired result. So 11 already of the first 4.
11 of the first 4. It's turning out to be an expensive one from Atif. Not something that we're used to. Short delivery right on the ribcage. Brilliant bounce on that one from Atif. He's a tall bowler. And some good exceptional short bowling on that one.
Still a long way to go in this contest. 80 more to get. 8 overs remain after this one. Natif would want to close this out on the right note. From the standards he sets, this has been an expensive over.
Here comes Atif once again. Fuller length this time, drives it over the point fielder. Will the third man reach towards that? Yes, he will. That will be a couple of runs again for Huzaifa. This one was a very, very good over from them. 14 coming off that one. And after 12, the OGC are 108 for 6.
Going exactly at 9 in over. The required run rate just a touch under 10. So good overs for either of the side would definitely swing the pendulum of the contest. And at the moment, it's much in the FIREOX unit's side, especially them having taken 6 of the OGC batsmen. And Waqar Salvi will get himself for another one. Will bowl his third. Is that going to be a bait for the likes of Zayad to go after him and eventually produce a downfall here? So Zayad on strike for Waqar Salvi. Just taps it towards the onside. We'll get another single.
Waqar Salvi into his third over. 1 for 16, his figures currently. He can break this partnership. That will give the advantage to the FIREOX unit, I would say.
It goes big once again towards that mid-wicket region. That's skied in the air. That's out of here. Over those tents and into those open spaces out of the park. Another maximum. That was a brilliant shot. Down on one knee. Has picked up his spot brilliantly, Huzaifa. And dispatched with disdain once again.
That one has to be the longest 6 of the afternoon. And might be the longest 6 of the tournament as well. Getting down on one knee and just smashing that one. It was right into the slot from Waqar Salvi. What that 6 does is the fact that they're going in at a current run rate of 9.3 now. Might have just pushed the game into the favor of the OGC. Huzaifa, 37 of 19. He's striking the ball superbly. Another 70 required.
Taken on the full this time towards the offside. Protection in the deep will only be a single. 8 of the first 3. Can they make this over really big? Zayad is more than capable of striking the cricket ball.
This time the ball angling away. That's where he exactly wants to be. Waqar Salvi. Still got a couple of overs from Hassan Talal remaining. From Jalat as well remaining. Have to just get through these middle overs. It's in the gap. Atif is running behind the ball. Should be a couple of runs again for the OGC. They've got a lot of support. Have the OGC today. There you have it on your screens. Few dignitaries here from the Osemi Geotechnic supporting their side, watching the action closely. And that will be a single to end the over. Does the wise thing, does Zayed. 11 runs came off that Waqar Salvi over. 25 runs have come in the last 2 overs. And after 13, the score is 119 for the loss of 6.
.66 more to get of 42. And for them to get to the end of it, to get to that total, these two will have to do the bulk of the scoring. The required run rate has come down slightly. 9.43 is what they still require. Zaifa holds absolute key from OGC's perspective. Bowling change. Hassan Talal comes in. 1 for 13, his figures. Only bowled 1 over. And you would expect him to bowl those 3 remaining in the last 7. Right, Zia, the man on strike. Well, he moves away there. Was there a bit of a distraction, or was he not ready?
That one will be given as a dead ball by the umpire. But he gives a warning, I guess, to the batsman to be ready on time. There's Hassan Talal.
Was pulled that one. That should be out of here. Another maximum. Well, Ziyad is more than capable of striking those big blows. And on the first ball of the over, Hassan Talal has been dispatched for a maximum. Got himself into the position and pulled that one out of here, out of the park for a huge six. What a shot that was.
Excellent timing on that occasion from Zayed. 16 of 9 for him now.
Pretty intelligent, just knocks it around for another single. Gets the main man back on strike. It's a very good cameo. This is from Ziyad. Has held himself to 17 of 10. Huzaifa 38 of 20. Can these two bat another 4 overs? Crashes towards the offside. Protection in the deep. Will only be a single. He's going to come back for the second. No, decides against it.
Two right-handers have brought their side into this game. Just 58 more required now. Hassan Talal getting through his overs rather quickly. Full toss on the onside. A misfield which goes towards the boundary. The managing director, Mr. Mahmood, is quite happy with the kind of batting effort that these two batsmen are putting up against the FIREOX unit here. Well, a full toss onto the pads is not what Waqas Alvi would be hoping from his bowlers. Hassan Talal, with the experience that he's got, has been brought into the attack to break the partnership. Instead, he's gone for 12 in the first 4. This time, once again, has that gone out of the park? No, it hasn't. It's gone towards the fielder at deep mid-wicket. Vaji picks up a good catch in the deep. Under pressure. Well, with some wind as well. He caught that one with 2 hands. And Hassan Talal, after conceding 12 in the first 4, picks up that wicket of Zayad.
Well, he had no other option. Had to go big. It was all about chancing his arm, picking out the right bowler. Could he have held back? Well, that's a different story altogether. Was in his arc, decides to go with the shot, but didn't get the timing right on that occasion, and safely held in the deep. Good catch taken by Vaji. And that has brought the downfall of Ziyad, who's played a good little cameo, provide a bit of entertainment. Couple of lusty blows. And another one bites the dust. And that has made the equation a tad more difficult for OGC, with 7 wickets back in the hut.
Rahman Rais is the new man in. The stage is set for him to showcase his abilities with the bat. Hassan Talal coming in to bowl the final delivery of his second. Rahman will be on strike. Just 3 wickets left for the OGC now. Here comes Hassan. Drives that one towards long off for a single, and he'll keep strike for the next over as well. 13 runs and a wicket coming off that. 14 done. 1-3-2 for 7.
.53 to get off the last 6. Need 9 in over. The good thing from OGC's perspective is they've never allowed that required run rate to creep up. But the only bad thing is they have lost a lot too many wickets. Just got 3 more left. Can Huzaifa pull out a miracle from out of somewhere? Is a big question. Only time will tell. Can they try and break that down from 53 to, let's say, 2025 and see how it pans out for them from there on? It's going to be Jonathan Khan to bowl the next. Pushes it towards the onside. Needy single taken by Roman Reis.
Well, Roman Reis will look to rotate the strike for a few balls and just hand over the strike to Huzaifa because he's the one who's in control of this run chase. 39 of 21. He's made a game out of nothing for his side. And the more he has of the strike, higher the chances that OGC are going to chase this.
Just lets it go by. And an extra. And that is definitely going to help their cause. Because the bowling side will have to make sure they don't bowl any more extras or keep it to the bare minimum. Especially at this stage of the game wherein the opponents require just 9 and over from here on to win the game. We don't want to give those pleasantries. Huzaifa on strike. And Huzaifa goes big. He's got the elevation all right. Has he got the distance? And a brilliantly judged catch out there in the deep. And that should be the curtains as far as the run chase goes in this game. Huzaifa, the main man, chancing his arm against Jalad Khan and has been picked out in the deep. A well-judged catch brings his downfall, and number 8 departs for OGC with 134 on the board, still requiring 51 in the last 6.
That's a huge moment in this game. Huzaifa looking to go for the big shot, finds the deep square leg fielder and gets caught. It was a good catch once again in the deep. The catching has been perfect from the FIREOX Unit Cricket Club. And I think fielding is going to be the difference maker, Junaid, in this game because FIREOX Unit haven't dropped a single catch. They've taken those skiers. They've taken those very, very well. All of the 8th wicket then. And the OGC 134 for 8.
Well, that's a brilliant point, Punch, because 6 drop catches when OGC were fielding. Maybe that has caused them to concede 30-35 extra runs. And that has been the difference. Because nothing has been dropped from FIREOX Unit CC. They've held on to a couple of difficult chances. The last one in particular, the ball was swirling away. Kept his eyes on the ball right throughout and plugged it in the end. Drives and drives well. Protection out in the deep. Only be a single. Gets off the mark here, Umar.
Roman Reis now will be the leader in this partnership, I suppose. 2 of 2 for him. Has to go for the big shots. Current run rate of 9.35 for them. Just need 51 more runs in this run chase. In fact, 50 runs more. Here comes Jalat. It's a good delivery. Flicks that one on the onside for just a single. And that has been the story for the OGC. Yes, they've gone for the big shots. The run rate is in control. Not the wickets. Wickets have fallen every alternate over, if I can say that. And the bowling attack has been superb enough as well to latch on to those opportunities. Credit must be given to the fielders that they've done well to keep the pressure, put the brakes on the OGC as well. Short delivery this time from Jalat will be given as a wide over the head of Omar.
It's been one complete team performance. The batsmen stepping up, the bowlers chipping in, and the fielders being top-notch quality. Still, the job is yet to be done from FIREOX Unit's perspective.
Plays that one on the offside. Protection in the deep at third man will mean that it'll just be a single. Can Roman Reis make a game out of this now? It's going to be very tough. He's got no support from the other end as well. But if Omar can just rotate the strike and give him those singles, and if Ruman can get a few out of the park here, it might be game on once again for the OGC. Right then, final delivery for Jalat in his third. Brilliant Yorker this time. And will be a single to end off what was an excellent over from Jalat. 15 overs done. It's 139 for 8.
Not quite sure about the strategy Huzaifa had in place, because you're the main man. They didn't require anything big, because they could have managed maybe 15 or 20 of those 50 and taken themselves to, let's say, 35 of the last 3, then he could have definitely charged his arm and gone for those big shots. But at the moment, this game is well within the grab of FIREOX unit CC. They have their tails up with just Roman and one more wicket to follow. Right, 46 to get off 30. Oh, he goes big once again. Has he got enough? No, he hasn't. Safely held by Faisal. Ruman Reis trying to maximize on the opportunity. Couldn't quite get the timing right. Doesn't get the elevation, doesn't get the distance at all. And he has to take a long walk back to the tent. So Atif picks up one more. It's 139 for 9.
Well, going for the short first ball, and Atif, with the wonderful bowling that he's done in this innings, has been exceptional. Catches the outside edge, just flies up in the air, and a good catch once again by Faisal. He's produced some good fielding effort. Has Faisal in the deep as well. This time takes one on the edge of the circle. She'll bring the number 11 out. Sadar Ayub will be the man. And just a wicket away from completing a comprehensive victory are the FIREOX Unit Cricket Club. That will put them on top of the table and actually retain them on top of that points table. Got 1 win, 1 loss, 1 no result in their bag. This win will make it 2 wins out of 4 for them.
Sadar Ayub, the last man in. 2 for 21 for Atif into his final over. There's been a complete performance from the boys in yellow. Should I be saying yellow and black? The captain leading from the front has been instrumental with his bowling changes. And whatever he's touched has turned to gold. And all the bowlers responding to the captain's call. Taken on the full. And some good footy. Just at the edge of the circle. Looks like it's Faisal Rashid down there. That's another bowling option they had. Didn't have to use him. All the regular bowlers getting the job done for FIREOX unit CC.
Right then, Omar on strike. 45 of 27. Final wicket. Can Atif wrap things up here? That one has come back in. Tried for the knuckle ball, I guess. Goes down the legs for a wide. It's been a very good performance in the field as we've been speaking, Junaid, but have to give credit to the bowlers as well. They've bowled in the right channels. Yes, they've been hit on a few occasions, but that was due to the quality shots that some of these OGC batsmen have produced. Have to give it to them so that, because they've kept bowling on that very channel, and a big example of that has been Atif. He's kept on bowling in those challenging lines. He's going for 2. Sadar Ayub says no. So they'll stick in with that single.
It's a good point there, Vansh, because they've been rewarded for the discipline. Yes, they've been taken for runs early on, but then once they started to break those partnerships, they haven't allowed OGC back into the contest at any given point in time. They have picked up wickets at regular intervals. Maybe those first 30 runs were a bit clean from OGC's perspective.
Slower delivery once again from Atif. That has been one of the biggest characteristics of his spell today. He's mixed it up well. This time the slower bouncer fetching him a tennis ball like bounce from the wicket. And the kind of height that he has as well will produce the bounce once he bowls in that good length or short length area. Final delivery of his spell now. Can he finish things off with 3 wickets in his bag? Yorker length. He was looking to hit the stumps there. It was quite evident that he was going to go for the Yorker. Ends his spell 2 for 24. And after 16, the OGC 142 for 9.
End of a very good spell from Atif. 2 crucial wickets, just 24 conceded. So the last pair in, Umar and Saudi Ayub. Umar was brilliant with a ball in hand, was unlucky. As many as 4 or 5, lost a count of it, how many drop catches on his bowling. Still managed a couple of wickets, but this is his chance with the bat as Vikas Alvi gets himself for another over, his last. Push towards the offside for another single. 23 balls remain and 42 to get. Had they had wickets in hand, that would have been a decent run chase. There goes Vikas, inviting the batsman to go after him. It's a wide given by the umpire. Picked up towards the onside, in the air. On the bounce towards the fieldsman down there. A shot and was inviting for trouble. Doesn't get the connection. Will be a wide and scamper across for making it a double in the end. Have to have that discipline back into the bowling. Vikas Alvi, his bowling is full quota. He's gone for 31 so far. In the slot, launched straight up in the air. Has he got enough? He hasn't. Holds out in the deep. A well-judged catch by Jalat Khan, and that's it from the run chaser's perspective. OGC bundled out for 147 inside 17 overs. And what a display from the boys in yellow and black. Sadr Ayub, the last man dismissed, winning the toss, deciding to bat first, putting runs on the board, scored 184. And it wasn't the happiest of starts with the ball for them, conceded 30 in the first 2 overs. But then it was all about the bowlers responding to the captain's call, some quick decision making, some quick field placements, and some brilliant catching, getting the job done in the end by FIREOX Unit CC.
Well,
A comprehensive victory in the end, Vansh.
Well, absolutely, Junaid. You summed it up brilliantly. Some good catching in the deep, and they've been rewarded with those 2 points yet again. Captain Vikas Alvi wants, I think, Waji to lead the team walk, and that will be the result from match number 1 here on Wednesday. Match number 11 between the FIREOX Unit Cricket Club and the Usemi Geotechnic Cricket Club. Absolutely dominated by men in yellow and black. A few hiccups on the way, but that run chase was always in control of the bowling side. Lots of mutual respect and love between these two sides, as a lot of known figures of Saudi cricket as well participating from these two sides. And that will be it from match number one. A few points of discussion for the OGC club. Had a lot of attendance for this game. And there you have it. That will be it from the bright and sunny afternoon from the Al-Tamimi Cricket Ground. Comprehensive effort. The batting looked a bit shaky. Some good starts here and there. 19 of 15 for Arslan in the middle. 21 of 12 for Ziyad Afridi in the middle as well. Huzaifa Munir kept them into the game, and just for a second you felt as if he was going to take his side through till the end, but he got caught out in the deep by Usman after a good 39 of 22. 15 extras conceded by the FIREOX unit. Mohsin Rajput, the captain, not clicking today. Neither did Umar Farooq and Kashif Abbas with the bat for the men in maroon as they finished off 147 bowled out in this match.
And 15 extras, 147 is what they managed, and that's the bowling display. Jalat Khan 1 for 22. Faisal Waraij was a touch expensive but picked up 2 crucial wickets first up. Waji Hassan getting a wicket as well in the only over he bowled. 2 for 26 for Hassan Talal in his 2 for 24 of his 4 overs. Atif Rahman and the captain rolling his arm over and picking up a couple of wickets. At the bottom of your screens, no partnerships whatsoever. 30, 31, 38. That clutter made it a touch difficult for them, and then losing out at regular intervals. 65, 74, 90, 131, 134, 139, 147. So that's the match summary. FIREOX Unit CC winning the toss, electing to bat, courtesy of brilliant 50s from Waji Hassan and Abdul Wahid, getting themselves to 184. Of course, not to forget a cameo coming in from Hassan Talal later in the innings. Umar Imtiaz picking up 3 for 42. Rahman Reis, Sadr Ayub and Farid Shah picking up a wicket apiece. And in response to 184, Huzaifa Munir helping himself to 39 of 22. A good cameo for 21 of 12 from Ziyad Afridi, but not significant contributions coming in from the other batsmen. And on the bowling front, Atif Rahman, Waqas Salvi, Usman Wadaich and Hassan Talal picking 2 each. So that's the end result. FIREOX Unit CC winning the game by right towards the end.
Technique Saudi Foundation Day Cup 2025 powered by FanCode. Winning the toss, Osaimi has put FIREOX CC and they managed to score 184 for the loss of 6 wickets, and in response Osaimi Geotechnic were all out for 147. To hand over the player of the match, it will be our match referee Mr. Shoaib Khan who will be handing over the player of the match award, and it will be going out to Wajiul Hassan for his spectacular performance. 56 of 38 and 1 for 7 in his innings today. A trophy sponsored by Al-Tamimi and partner and gift hamper will be from Cosmo Cosmetics. And the perfume sponsored by Armaf. वजी बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो। स्टार्टिंग में 2 विकेट्स गिर गए थे, लेकिन आपने बहुत अच्छा कमबैक किया, पार्टनरशिप स्टिच किया। क्या चल रहा था आपके दिमाग में वहाँ पे?
यही था कि जैसा विकेट आज खिला रहा था, काफ़ी अच्छा वेव कर रहा था विकेट आज पिछले मैचों की निस्बत, तो हमारा यही था कि 180 170 गुड टोटल होगा इस विकेट पे। तो दोनों का सीनियर्स है माशाल्लाह, वहीद ऑलमोस्ट सऊदीया का माशाल्लाह वन ऑफ बेस्ट प्लेयर है, तो यही प्लान कर रहे थे हम लोग के दोनों जितना लंबा जाएंगे टीम के लिए बेहतर होगा।
थोड़ा सा विंड भी काफ़ी था वहाँ पे, इट वाज नॉट इजी, द बॉल आराम से आसान नहीं था। क्या गेम प्लान था? थोड़ा स्लोली एंड स्टडीली लेके जाना चाह रहे थे इनिशियली आप?
यही था कि एक एंड से थोड़ा सा टारगेट किया जाए और दूसरे एंड से अगर 7 आदमी आता है तो बेहतर होगा, तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हम उसमें कामयाब हुए।
2 बैक टू बैक विन्स है, आगे का क्या स्ट्रैटेजी आप लोगों का?
यही है इंशाल्लाह सेमीफाइनल है आगे इंशाल्लाह, तो टीम कॉम्बिनेशन अच्छा बना हुआ है, तो इंशाल्लाह हम विन करेंगे।
Thank you very much, good luck. Well, that was the player of the match, Wajiul Hassan. That's all we have from the post-match presentation.